Both.
Okay, wait. So before we get into this real quick, I just had a question that is super not related to the campaign. So Alexa found out that Cursed Child, Harry Potter and the Cursed Child, is coming to Toronto, and would also love to go see it, and wanted to know if anyone wanted to meet up at some point and go see it together.
Now, see, you have me at a crossroads. Because on one hand, I would absolutely love to meet up with you and see a show. And on the other hand, I hate the Cursed Child with a passion that consumes my body.
Really? Is it terrible? And I should.
It's awful. It's so bad.
Oh, okay, then fuck it. Never mind. Let's go to this point in
I
Toronto.
really don't want to give my money to the bitch who shall not be named.
But Alexa, exactly. I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Are you a musicals fan?
Is that even a fucking question?
Never mind. We literally watch Barbie movies together. Guess what's also coming to Toronto?
What?
Hamilton.
What? Ooh. I've already seen it once, but it was very good and would always love to go see it again.
I have a friend I can stay with outside of Toronto. Just like an hour train ride in.
Oh yeah, I have like multiple friends in Toronto that I can just stay with.
I can find someone.
You can stay with me.
Okay. But yeah, I would love to go see something or come meet you guys in Toronto and we could all make a little thing about it and then it'd be fun. And...
Oh my god, we should do an escape room.
Yes. I'm always down for a fucking escape room. It's like D&D basically, but not
real.
Yeah.
I love how I've already pressed record and I'm just vibing.
It's D&D, but real, but not as lame as LARPing. Sorry.
Yes.
I once did an escape room with my two sisters and then my grandpa, and then my one sister and I are really competitive, so we sort of took over. But in our defense, the other two were not going very fast, and then I didn't hear the end of it from them that we took over, and it's like, go faster. We lost because it was...
Right.
Exactly.
Anyway,
so I'd love to get together with you guys, and I know that this Labor Day stuff didn't work, and we should definitely plan something, and that sounds fun.
I mean, this Labor Day weekend, I still very much have a possibility of meeting up with Caitlin and Josh.
Oh, there you go.
Because you guys said you guys are nearby, right?
Yeah. Relatively.
And we haven't got our work schedules for that weekend yet, which will more than likely be working. We just have to see what days they give us off that week.
We will keep you updated.
Yes.
Yeah, 100%. I'm there for 4 days. I'm there from the 1st to the 5th.
Okay.
I'm sure we can figure something
Kentucky,
out.
Right?
Yeah, Louisville.
Let me do how far of the drive it is for us.
Well, we had talked about meeting in Tennessee at one point.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, so 100% I want to do that.
I apologize, I'm broke, so I will not be... I wish y'all good fortune.
It's okay, we'll make it up your way one of these times.
Yeah.
Okay.
Come to the beautiful Okanagan.
I would love to go to BC. I've never been outside of Ontario except to leave the country.
We got
We should all meet up and it would be fun.
Cal Lake was voted one of the most beautiful in BC.
Ooh.
Okay.
Now we start.
Let's be that person, but let's get back on track.
So, we come to still in the forests. What state's the blizzard?
Everybody's still shaking. They're still reeling.
This point is pretty much passing. You guys feel like you can begin traveling again. The fracts that were left by the woman that cast a spell on you guys have been completely wiped away at this point. But you guys were originally heading in the direction of East Haven.
We know who cast the spell.
I just realized something.
What?
Did Andy have a dream?
No.
It was more of like somebody popped into your head Scarlet Witch style and showed you your worst fear and then popped out.
Yeah.
Got it. Cool. Alright, thank you. I would have been like, she would have been like freaked out and it would have been cool.
Yeah, think less
Scream Evan.
Gengar and more like Mysterio.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Awesome.
But you guys are about probably like a 2 hours travel left to the town of East Haven, which we went over a little bit last time, but Azurite and Jasper, you both are from East Haven, and you can warn the party on this if you would like to, or it's up to you. You're both familiar with the fact that East Haven was founded by thieves, and in order to honor the founders of the town, pickpocketing is completely legal. As you guys get kind of like to the edge of town, the first thing that you see is a large sign that just says "Watch thy pouch." Watch thy pouch. I can never say that.
Hand on thy ass. Make sure your wallet's in your hand.
Seeing that sign, I'm just gonna tuck my coin purse like inside my vest, button my vest, and then like pull my cloak around me.
That's a great idea. People
Coin
here
purse
have
is going
weak
straight
fingers.
forward.
Anything you want to keep, tuck it away.
Yeah, we're just like bundling.
I want to take a look at her inventory because
Oh,
I have some sus shit.
Jasper is gonna
charms
have
in there.
one hand on her dagger the whole time.
I'm going to take my coin purse and dump it all into my actual bag itself, leaving it empty, and just tie it loosely around myself.
Nobody can get past my triple insulated cloak.
I'll take a small like sewing kit, just one of the many that I have that's in a little pouch, and tie that around my waist. So if somebody wants to pickpocket that, it's not a big deal.
As you guys like are entering this town, you can all kind of tell from like these structures around you. East Haven is a fairly large town. It is probably the largest town that you guys have been in the Icewind Dale. At one point, East Haven was a booming city, so you can kind of, it's almost like walking through a ghost town in a sense of like, you can tell that it's dated, probably, but at one point there was a lot of money coming through East Haven. As you guys are walking into the city, you kind of notice that the streets are kind of crowded. You can't tell from right here what's really going on, but people are gathering in the center of town to watch something.
Would we be aware of, like, is this an annual kind of thing going down, or is this something else?
Roll a history check for me.
Can I as well?
Absolutely.
Triple history check.
I know nothing. I'm not even gonna try.
Let's see. Where the heck is?
I'm just focused on like not losing everyone in the crowd.
Is this gathering that I would know of anything related to fae, fiends, or undead?
It is not, unfortunately.
I
didn't
rolled
think so.
a 21.
Okay.
That is a unnatural 20.
You both are unfamiliar with why people would be gathering in the streets right
We're
now.
unfamiliar with
This
a
is not
roll
a
that
common
high.
Okay, hold on a second, because we get to still find out about my roll. Natural 1.
You have never stepped foot in East Haven before, and it shows. You're like a tourist. Like, I know absolutely nothing, but I am a sponge. Give me information.
It's like
Andy-
giant camera around the neck. Like,
Okay.
just
Andy-
looking touristy as hell.
19.
Andy rolled a 9, and so she says, I think it's someone's birthday.
It kind of seems
Is
like it.
is there, so it's kind of like a circle kind of group that's we're seeing?
As you guys are like continuing forward, kind of like towards the center of town, it is starting to group up around like almost like a stage. And as you guys kind of like join in with the group, no, I gotta read it before.
Dogs are making noise.
I'm gonna turn to the party before we look at anything, and I'm gonna go, hey guys, just, tell me about it. Okay? And I'm gonna keep my back towards it, and I'm going to watch people going around the party.
As this happens, I'm going to look to Jasper and say, I think this is a good time to pay respects to our forefathers. And I'm going to shapeshift into a raccoon and begin jumping across people's backs and
I
looting
swear
their
to
coin purses.
But right before he leaves, she'll say, or, well, no, as he's leaving, and she'll start making her way through the crowd as well.
Azurite, can I get 3 sleight of hand checks from you.
I'm also going to pickpocket.
Okay, y'all just send your rolls in the text channel.
But we're doing 3?
Yes.
This one's going to steal, and I'm the one
No.
making sure that we don't.
This is what I'm made for.
Kinda
No.
same.
I'm just keeping my eyes on both of them making their way through the crowd.
Sorry, is
And
this
making sure that they don't get their hands cut off or something?
sleight of hand or stealth?
Sleight of hand. So, for those of you that are not pickpocketing at this moment and are paying attention to the stage,
Be me.
you see a human man bound and gagged to a stake on the stage. As you all watch, members of the militia step up using torches to light the straw tucked around his feet. Fanned by the wind, the fire catches quickly. The man does not scream or struggle as he is quickly engulfed in the flames. But you all watch as the spectators, those that are gathered to watch, all move in closer to this flame, almost like so they can feel it themselves.
I immediately turn away. I stop watching.
In like a quick glance, like in between people I'm trying to pickpocket, do I recognize the person being set aflame?
Roll another history check for me.
Andy just like sits and stares, kind of in shock. A little bit of horror there, but also like confusion.
Ooh, I do not. I rolled a 6.
You do not recognize the man being burned at the stake. So, those of you that are pickpocketing, what were your rolls as, alright? I can't.
Oh,
27, 12, and 19.
Okay. I will say you managed to get 25 silver pieces and 9 gold pieces.
How
Nothing
mu-
weird.
how much do I get?
Jasper, you get 15 silver and 15 gold.
But yeah, I would also, like my brother here, I'd also be, if possible, trying to see if they got anything special on them.
Yeah, I want to see the weird stuff.
Give me 1 second.
Hit him with the old Fern Calloway.
Yeah, basically.
Yes.
It's a fucking, like mother, like daughter situation.
Like brother, like sister.
You find a pamphlet for the Zentari. Wait, what?
Huh?
Whoa.
Whoa!
Okay, I'm gonna have to come back to you on the, what people have.
If anything, just like private message us and then.
Yeah, I will.
That'll work.
But after a few moments, the flames kind of die down, as the cold sets back in and the crowd slowly starts to disperse. Yes.
Is this a kind of thing that we're used to have been seeing growing up as somebody being burned? Like, has it happened before?
The East Haven militia is kind of ruthless. It doesn't surprise you that this has happened. It's not like a super common occurrence, but it definitely is not the first time this has ever happened.
Okay.
Okay.
Couple questions in quick succession.
And wait, I have another question.
Okay.
That's why I'm just gonna kind of run through these bullet point style. Time of day.
It's about midday.
Okay. Gonna turn to Poppy and be like, "Do you have teleportation magic?"
What?
Teleportation magic.
No.
I really fuck with these people.
Hold on,
But-
I'm sorry.
Can you guys hear my typing?
Just a figure in the
Yes.
yes.
Yeah? Okay.
Do You got that mechanical keyboard going, don't you?
Y'all in there with your nerdy friends again?
I'd noticed it in my recordings, and I'm like, damn, how noticeable is it to the people I'm playing
Oh yeah,
with?
you're right. Essays.
I will also ask Andy,
Shit.
because Poppy and Andy are the only ones left there. Do you have any magic that could teleport me out?
I don't think so. Give me a second. Let me just make sure.
Yeah, I'm trying to look.
And my other question, whilst they're looking throughout their spells, is, would we be aware of the kind of crimes needed to have been committed to have them burned at the stake, if that makes sense? Like, do we have a
I think
range?
this was a sacrifice. Or no?
Well, the sacrifices are on the full moon. And so if you guys have another, like, 2 weeks before the next full moon. This is more, you're not exactly familiar with what crime someone has to do to get burned at the stake, but you know that whatever they did was pretty bad.
Okay.
This would not be something that, like, if there was, like, a shadow of a doubt, or, like, maybe this person didn't do it, they would not just treat everyone like this. This is, like, the worst of the worst punishment.
So this was like
they
an
think of.
absolute guilty for something absolutely terrible done.
So,
Okay.
like, actually fuck this guy.
Yeah.
I mean, of course, I don't know that, because...
Right.
the
But
only
we would
person
know
here who
that.
could- But the only person here who could tell me that has pissed off to pickpocket people.
I mean, Az and I would both know, but
But you guys both went off to pickpocket people.
One of you turned into a raccoon and the other one just fucked off.
I don't know how to wild shape. Or else I'd also be a raccoon.
So in response to the teleportation question, Andy just says, no, I can't teleport, but I could turn into, like, someone else. I can make myself look like someone else. I don't know if that's helpful here.
I can teleport but just once.
Okay.
So if I went in, I couldn't get out. It was an idea, but, like, I don't know, maybe this guy deserved it.
What do you have in mind?
And so she just kind of, like, lowers her hood just a little bit to show that she's back in her winter form. And she goes, I could have appeared on the stage like I was an aspect of the Frost Maiden and say that I was pissed off. And, like, just irk the entire town. And also it has a gameplay mechanic that actually makes them feared of me.
Ooh.
Because when I'm in... I was going to cut the Ima voice for a second. When I'm in my winter form and I use my face step, everyone within 5 feet of me, once I come out of it, makes a save or is frightened. So I was, going to basically use that as like a Scooby-Doo style, like, I appear and I'm like, the Frost Maiden is pissed because you all suck. And, but then I would need a way to get out. Because it would really suck if I goofed and then I was like...
Let me see. Hold on.
I
Yeah,
feel
what
like
do you think?
Jasper, like, in her maneuvering, just walks by the group and just says, "This only... not that one. This only occurs for the worst of the worst." And then she'll keep going.
So for those of you that are still kind of like bundled up together in this group, the crowd has slowly been dispersing. There aren't many people left as they're all heading back into their normal to-dos. But you see one of the women that actually lit the flame step off of the stage. She's wearing, like, she's a human woman. She's like shorter blonde hair, very like abrasively cut, if that makes sense. She has like a very tailored coat on and like a fancy top hat. And she walks up to the three of you that are gathered. I'm terribly sorry that you entered the town with this going on. This isn't normal for us, and I don't want you to think this is how we treat people here.
I mean, it's certainly a spectacle to walk into.
Well,
But
I guess whatever gets the people out of their homes. One second.
Still paying attention to what's around us to make sure we don't get fucked.
Okay.
So it's like, I'm not really looking at her while she's talking to me, but I'm just kind of like, you know, it is what it is. Each town has its own customs, and I'm sure you were doing what you felt was right.
Well, when you go around murdering people for absolutely no reason and you get caught, I guess certain things catch up to you. Are any of you familiar with the Red Wizards of Thay?
History check?
Yeah, and if you want to history check.
Whoa.
I'm not there.
The Wizards of Thay wouldn't be the Wizards of Thay, would
Have I found any cool shit?
What is my modifier? Okay.
Look, I'm a blood hunter. I need to ask these questions all the time.
A natural 20.
I gotta stop.
I mean,
rolling on this.
Kira, I'm with you. My favorite enemy is Faye. So,
Favorite enemy?
let me tell you guys, I spent probably a total of 10 minutes today at work trying to explain something that was not coming out.
Felt that.
I had...
Whole mood. 13.
Like everyone that rolled above a 16, you are fairly, you've heard of the Wizards of Thay in passing. They are people that are really, really devoted to their cause, as in any means, like whatever it takes to get their cause done. They can be known to be kind of ruthless or just not care about humanity as they are trying to get whatever their goal may be accomplished. They're generally not known to be good people, and they're enemies in several parts of Faerun as a whole.
Sorry, this was the Red Wizards of Thay?
Yes.
The true definition of chaotic neutral.
Yes.
I'll be right back, guys. Hang on 1 second.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll just kind of respond like, I haven't, no, are they people that we should watch out for?
Well, there is a smaller group of the Red Wizards. They call themselves the Arcane Brotherhood. There are a few of them
Sick
throughout
name.
the Dale. Yeah. So you might come across them in your travels, possibly, and I would probably stay away from them if I were you. Or, you know, don't, and see what happens.
Except for the consequences.
Yeah. Speaking of consequences, you all seem like a fairly decent party. I saw your other two companions disappear into the crowd. So I was wondering if I could give you guys a bit of a quest. Of course there'd be gold offered, but it's only if you're interested.
At this note, can I jump through the crowd and land on Poppy's shoulder?
Absolutely.
I don't even, like, I just reach up and scratch. I don't even, like, this is to be expected.
No, this is normal.
Aw, thanks, Mom. We've grown on her.
Well, we're, listening.
We've had 4, to be exact, fishermen go missing off of our lake. The coastline is kind of hard to sail on because of the ice, but we would really need someone to search the coastline and at least not recover their bodies, but confirm them to be dead, or trying to find them alive, maybe. It was about 10 days ago they went missing, but no one can find them. And I don't think that my militia is capable anymore to continue sending them out into the ice. They return, but they're useless.
She hears in her head, we're pretty good investigators.
I can't promise what dangers you all will face once you get there, but it would be worth it for the gold.
Is there anything that you can do to help us, like, be prepared?
Well, I can cover the cost of your boat to get out to the coastline when they went missing. I could give you guys a night of rest if you need that first.
That'd be nice.
Okay. Is there anything else you can think of I could provide?
Magic items.
She said it.
I'm not there.
She was just like, I'll cover the cost with all the
I'm gonna look up to the
gold access
raccoon
for it.
and be like, "Do you think of anything?"
What happened?
He can't answer you.
No, I know. I look up to the raccoon. Can you think of anything? And then I listen for chitters. And
He's gonna give a chitter and just like point in the direction of the tavern and then act like he's eating and different things like that.
some food and lodging would be nice.
Absolutely. I'll just get them to put it on my tab. You can find a room at the White Lady Inn.
I'm so sorry. What's your name?
The white lady.
I'm Draw Oliga.
You'll find a room over at the Karen Cantina.
Oh, there's a reason it's named that, I promise.
Because
I
they're
know.
racist.
It's probably
White
less
lady.
racist than we're
This
having.
Icewind Dale's like they're naming this fucking story.
Hey, what do you mean I'm in this story?
Yeah. One of the first NPCs.
Hell yeah.
I love it.
Okay. Thank you for putting that in chat.
I was about to ask, and then
What
I'm
is
like,
it?
wait, I
White
heard a
Lady Tavern?
I already have
Yeah.
it typed out.
White
No,
Lady
I
Inn.
could tell it was just a send button.
Oh my god, that name is a stroke.
Imdra?
Of language.
Arlogoth.
Indra, Arla.
Imdra.
What does she look like?
She's a human woman with like short, like straight blonde
right,
hair
right,
that's like in a blunt cut. She's dressed to the nines. Like, this is probably like the highest fashion you guys have seen in the Icewind Dale.
I'm sorry. The twins are right here.
You know what? You're
No,
right.
I ain't there. I ain't there.
Azurite.
Here's
right
the thing,
here.
though. Here's the thing, though. Do they make the twins does she make the twins look homeless?
She's got a top hat on, dog.
Freaking-
Absolutely.
Forgot
What?
about
Poppy
that.
looks like
What?
the
Yeah, I know, I gotta
absolute,
work
like
tomorrow.
absolute shit next to her.
Love you.
Ima is feeling some sort of way.
She's the leader of the militia. What more do you need?
True. So does she look like she's pure human?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
From what you can tell, at least.
Then, like, I don't know, maybe, like, when someone was asking, like, her last name, she was just choking. And then she was just like, oh, okay, fine, I guess that's my name.
Bless you. What?
Yeah, next time in the common language, please.
I'm so sorry.
I'm a-
I don't speak that.
I'm just gonna look at her and be like, you mind if I ask you some... A weird question. Let's start with one for now.
You're gonna get like a warning look from Poppy.
Just
Ask
one.
away.
Any animals nearby start talking?
Not that I'm familiar with.
Damn, that's a good question.
Anybody around start, you know, drunken ramblings of like, oh, I saw a fish talk to me, or like, I started talking to the deer.
A few people have returned. There was one member of the militia that I sent out to look for the fishermen, and when they returned, they weren't sane anymore. I don't know what happened. I can't really get anything legible out of them. There was a group of 4, and only he returned. And he's kind of been a bit crazed since he returned.
Is it? I hate to ask, but is it possible for us to get an audience with him?
Give me some time, and I will have you guys a meeting before the night is over. I have to make sure he would do alright with that much company.
And honestly, if you just
Perfect.
want a couple of us to come, that's fine. We don't want to push.
I will, if you guys are going to be staying in the inn, I will come get you guys when he's ready.
Sounds good.
And we'll leave as soon as we're told to.
Alright, well, she is going to, press a satchel with, 25 gold in it into your hand, Poppy. This is, considered a down payment for your services. And like I said, tell them to put the room and board on, my tab. And I will see all of you shortly.
Thank you. It was nice to run into you, I suppose.
It's been a pleasure. I think you guys will do good for East Haven. And she kind of walks away. And you guys find yourselves in front of the White Lady Inn. It's kind of like a you can all of East Haven is a little bit run down right now, but it was definitely a place to be at one point in time. You can see like a little bit of the just high class atmosphere almost as you enter this place. Um, there are quite a few people eating in the like dining room down below, including a halfling bard who is just what he's playing his fiddle, I want to say, but I
Well, now he is.
um
Watch out for those performance checks. They can re-roll ones.
he was singing as you guys enter, but yeah, behind the counter is another halfling. Okay, cool. I did not read that wrong. An older halfling man kind of sits behind the counter. He looks very, very gray at this point in his life. Mostly silver hair. As he just sat behind the counter, kind of like he has a mug in his hand and is just waiting for people to come up to him. He's not really going and doing any of the waitering, I suppose.
Okay.
My kind of guy.
Go up to him.
He looks up to you. Oi, can I get you all a room? Or are you hungry?
Yeah, I was sent. We were sent by Imdra, and we were told that we could have room and board on her tab.
All right, absolutely.
I'm gonna unwild shape and plop into a stool next to her. They promised food and drink as well.
Well, we've got a stew brewing, or
Is that all?
I could maybe wrangle up.
They usually have like fresh smoked meats too, so I was just curious.
I could do some knucklehead trout too. Throw it on.
That'll work. I appreciate that. Thank you.
All right,
I mean, even if the meat isn't smoked, that's cool too.
In full. Five of you.
I ain't there, babe.
4 of you.
There'll be 5.
5, please. Yeah.
All right, and he kind of gets up off of his chair and like slowly makes his way back behind like the double doors of the kitchen. While you guys are waiting on the food to come out to you, everyone roll a perception check for me.
No. 100.
Okay, it's fine. It's fine. Poppy's good at this.
Andy.
Okay, we're good. We're fine. We're fine. That's math, though. I don't know how to do that.
17.
9.
23.
17.
I will say everyone but Ima is slightly paying attention to what the bard is saying and like singing about. And slowly through the course of several songs as you're waiting for this very slow halfling to bring you your food, you kind of pick up the pieces of what the story that he is telling. The White Lady Inn was named after the White Lady ghost that is kind of like East Haven lore.
Ghost story.
She is said to, on certain nights, walk along the lake just in fully white clothing, and several people have seen her. The White Lady's husband was a miser who kept his treasure in a heavy locked chest that never left his side. Perhaps it was this heavy chest that capsized his boat and sent the man to his sunken grave, or perhaps it was the fright of seeing his dead wife that caused him to capsize the boat and drown. Either way, the bard is fairly certain that his treasure still remains at the bottom of the lake. And after you guys, he eventually manages to bring your food to you, and you all start eating. And as you guys kind of like are about halfway through your plates, I'll say, the bard kind of sets his fiddle down and begins making rounds around to these tables. He takes a couple minutes, and then he finally gets to you guys. So, I don't know if you guys heard the show. My name's Ronaldo, and he'll stick out a little hand for someone to shake. And if you're gonna be staying here tonight, I've got a little I'm trying to do a seance. And I want to contact the White Lady. And I've done this a few times before, so don't get scared. But the more people I have, the more likely it is that she will answer us. So I was just wondering if maybe you all would be interested in joining me.
I'd love to.
I have a. Can I roll bullshit?
Yeah.
I'd also like to roll bullshit.
Because the first part of this part has asked, are these tourists? I feel like we're getting tourist scammed hella hard.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's like a 25.
Go with theirs. That's a 12.
Insight, okay.
They literally
Go.
got more than double me.
It seems like Ronaldo is telling you the truth. He seems to be almost like
He's a bard though, so he's got a real good deception, I'm assuming.
he seems like he is devoted to this. I mean, he was singing about it when you guys entered in the
Just really committed to the bit.
and also Poppy, you could overhear this from him being your passive is insanely high. So he was going around the table to even people that didn't look super touristy, asking them the same questions.
Would I have heard of this story / have maybe even seen this ghost at some point in my living here?
You would have definitely heard stories about the White Lady.
I feel like Az and I definitely would have snuck out a couple times to try and see the ghost.
What am I rolling?
100%. History.
18.
Yeah, you've seen the White Lady before.
Hey.
Okay, so I know it sounds far-fetched, right? But it's all true, okay? Me and Jazz have seen this, okay? And for years, me and her tried to sneak out and find the treasure. Never could do it. You know, the water's mighty cold. She always made me swim. But I tell you, it's true.
It's true.
Ghosts don't really like me.
They don't like you.
No. I
Well-
don't know. I don't get it why.
She doesn't seem like the judgmental type, really. No, I don't think
Oh.
she really care.
I could
I
sail.
don't know. I just feel like every time I actually go and meet like a ghost, it's
Alright, we also have to remember we did take a job that we agreed to do.
Yeah, by the lakefront.
and tomorrow.
And
Love you.
sailing.
I get.
The seance is going to be here tonight, so if you all are staying here tonight, it'll be probably closer to midnight before I start, so if your business is taken care of, maybe you could still come? These are dark times that we're living in. I think a bit of advice could be beneficial to a lot of people.
I'm going to whisper to the group, I think maybe we could ask her about our job at hand. Maybe she's seen something. I mean, she wanders the lake all night long, and these people are disappearing from it. It could be a good start.
Alright, but the second this goes south, I'm gonna tell you, don't fuck with ghosts.
It'll be fine. It's not the first time. It'll be fine, I promise.
It's not my first rodeo either.
Ronaldo eventually leaves you guys alone and begins to move to the next table to ask them if they will also join.
Before he leaves, I'm gonna give him a couple of silver pieces.
Thank you so much. It is so hard to be a bard these days. No one really understands that we're all going through a recession. It's hard on all of us. Not all of us can be fishermen. We're not built like that. And he'll continue on his way.
I feel like at this
I find
at
it
this
hilarious
point,
that he's saying that to Poppy of all people, who is like the most romantic at the table.
at this point, Jasper will head into the inn.
Okay.
But she's got her cloak up,
Flag her down.
looking
just
around,
gonna
and she'll.
Loudly look over there. Oh, sis, I got your plate over here if you want to sit.
If you could see Jasper's face, it would just have a.
Safety seat!
But she'll walk over, keeping an eye out for everybody, and will sit down.
Just
You
say,
got
hi,
free drinks,
Jasper.
too.
I can't be loud, but hi.
Iba says nothing and looks very uncomfortable.
We got invited to a seance for the White Lady. You're down, right?
Oh,
maybe
of
we can look for the
course.
treasure again.
If only we could actually find it.
You know, my swimming skills haven't improved any, but we have
You
a whole
are
group of
not
friends
going
here.
swimming in that godforsaken lake.
How
But the
about
treasure?
this, Az? We'll play a game. And
I do love
and
games.
And finally, if you win the game because you've lost it each time, we'll decide which one of us goes swimming.
Okay. I'll play your game, alright? But it better not be rigged this time.
It's not.
Okay.
Side check. I'm just kidding.
God help me.
Boulder parchment shears.
Right now.
Right now. Okay,
Oh, I
wait.
love that we're doing
Wait,
this.
is it like on 3 or on
It's always on
after
shoot,
3.
guys. You always go on shoot.
That's what I
Yeah,
say.
shoot.
That's what I say, but nobody else does. So
No, it's
On
on
shoot?
and everyone
Okay.
says otherwise.
Ready?
This is in character canon.
Okay. 1.
Boulder, pot, shears, shoot.
I had that too.
Boulder, parchment, shears, shoot.
Fuck. All right, brother. You finally won.
I'm gonna almost like get emotional. It's been so long. This is the first time.
It's also completely useless because we could just set up a rig to pull the treasure up from the boat.
I'm sorry, I'm a person of my word. I have to go
You
swimming.
lost the game. She has
You
to
are
swim.
not jumping. Do not jump in that lake.
It's payback at this point. She has to swim.
There's been Poppy, I'm gonna lean in. There's been so many times I've cheated at that game.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
I
turn to the
know.
bartender and I'm gonna be like, "Do you guys know, any medicinal shops? Maybe things that help, say, I don't know, just shooting in the dark here, hypothermia."
It's a fairly common thing to happen to folk around here that fall into the lake, but
Pointed.
most of them just die, if I'm being honest. So
Another pointed look.
Over exaggeration, truly.
I'll be fine, don't worry. I've got that
What
drink
time
you
is it
made
now?
me.
I can warm her
About
up.
what
It'll
time
be
is it
fun.
now?
it's about 2 p.m. right
Just
now.
light me on fire.
I mean, I
What kind of
could do that. I have a whip that is on fire.
No, it's fine. You gave me that potion, remember?
Oh, the cold resistance
Yeah.
potion. That is not cold immunity.
No.
Just
I'm
have-
aware.
Up.
Go for it.
As
I'm just
as
gonna
an-
get up and-
As and I used to have like those contests, you do, where you see who can hold their breath the longest. We're fine.
How are you still feeling
Miserable.
your toes?
I'm a being of the earth.
Yeah, not of the frozen water.
Well, I
We
guess
haven't
we're
gotten
gonna.
there so far.
I mean, we'll see how it goes. But Jasper, I almost called myself as. Jasper is, like, just keeping an eye out for anybody or anything that would be clocking them.
I think we are clocked considering we look touristy.
No, but in the wrong way.
Exactly.
Caitlin knows
Blocking
why.
everyone.
Az knows why.
Ruh-roh.
Make a perception check for me.
Oh, we're in your hometown. This is some sneaky shit.
Yep.
You're in my hometown, baby. What was it?
Perception.
Perception. Not bad. 16.
You aren't picking up any familiar glances right now. It just seems like everyone is mostly minding their own business.
I'm gonna give her a bump on the shoulder. They're not worried about us. Just enjoy yourself. It's nice to be back.
Jasper says nothing.
I'm gonna pull her plate closer to her and wave for the bartender to bring her a little more.
Jasper hasn't touched
he
it.
will slowly begin making his way towards you all. He's a halfling, so his walk is already slow, but he's ancient, so imagine it's even slower.
Ima's on her third drink already.
Okay.
Like it's one of those things like you know like when the waitress comes by and says like, do you want a refill? Ima's answer is yes all the time. And she
Andy's
just has kind of
keeping
like
up.
her head down.
Andy's keeping up with Ima, but on hot chocolates.
That's so adorable.
And she's like trying too hard to like keep up too.
I'm just gonna kind of turn to Andy, and there's like a tiny bit of a smile in the miserable face of Ima right now. And she's like, you know, I have the benefit of these being cold. Like you're gonna burn your mouth.
No, it's okay. They're not too hot. I mean, and she just kind of like gives a look of like, it's okay.
It's fine. It's fine.
Joey.
I'm like, up to you, love. And when she is good and just cannot remember her own name, she's gonna go and look in her room.
So you all didn't specify how you wanted the room, or like if you wanted to be separate rooms. So as your way up, you find the room that the key fits in, because they didn't really tell you where to look at. And you open it up, and there are like three king-size beds in this one room. Like it's kind of all like crammed together. So there's like a foot of space in between all of the beds, and they take up almost the entirety of the room.
That's fine. Andy just flops on a bed.
Yeah, I think like Ima sits for a second, and her head gets heavy, and she just kind of lists to the side.
Sorry, what time of day is it now?
It is about 2 or 2:30.
Oh shit, prime time.
So,
we're
Jazz,
talking in the afternoon.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or I guess,
Gotcha.
if we're gonna do that seance, do we want to do our long rest now, so that'll take us to roughly midnight? Or do we think we're fine?
I feel
I like
perfectly
naps.
healthy myself.
Could go out on the town.
So, I think Ima should stay here.
Perhaps get a little bit of rest.
Well, like, I wanted to find a medicinal place, just in case Jasper eats shit in the water.
We'll look for it for you.
We've
Well,
got
you're
healers,
trashed
it's
right
fine.
now. Take a bit of rest, and I'll cover it for you, alright? Maybe flirt around a little bit, find someone to talk to.
I think I can flirt.
You got this. Look at you.
I'm gonna go mingle.
Do it.
But first, I'm gonna going to like bundle around my waist before I realize that I put my coin purse in in the bra, and was like, I'm gonna take the coin purse out and go over to Poppy, and just fiddle around for her hand and just put my coin purse in her hand.
How do I tell you this? Poppy's not there.
Oh. So you look around for Poppy for a second, Andy.
I just drop it in your hand. Now.
And she puts it in her bra like Ima.
You make sure that you look after that, because I'm not in the proper mind to watch it. But I do have a bunch of oil on me. How did I get oil? I don't know, but it's gonna come up at a later time. Where the fuck is Poppy?
I drunk way too well.
I did this. I don't know. Last time she was on a roof.
No, she just stepped out for a moment. She's fine.
Okay.
We're all fine.
Okay.
You stay here and enjoy yourself.
Okay.
Jazz, let's go continue our business from earlier.
Okay.
Let's go.
Okay.
Ima's going to go down and clumsily flirt with any cute waitresses.
Andy's hanging out with Jasper and Az unless Poppy shows up.
So I will say they're only working here are
I'll be right back.
Renato and the old halfling man behind the counter, but you do manage to find like, some single people at the bar that are, just chilling for right now after a hard day of fishing.
Yeah, like we're just talking about like the seance, like this guy going around asking for a seance. And it's like, did he also ask you guys to talk to the dead white lady?
Yeah, I think that's a bit weird. I
It's
don't
like,
believe in ghosts.
why do you... Wait, you don't believe in ghosts?
No.
But like fucking magic's real.
Yeah, but ghosts are a bit far-fetched to me.
But like magic is real.
Yeah, but aren't you supposed to like go to an afterlife or something? I think the idea of ghosts are probably real. Like, yeah, there is something, but is it a ghost, like a person that hasn't moved on? No.
Oh. So
And
you're
also,
thinking it's like a multiplanar projection kind of...
yeah, sure, but like maybe like the energy they left behind like traumatically died or anything. But like, if I were to die, I would like to not believe in ghosts so I don't become one.
If I were to die, like on the off chance that I die.
On the off chance I become a hashtag.
Yes.
Oh.
I was going to kind of look over and be like, well, I mean, like, have you done everything that you wanted to do in life? Or like, maybe there's a couple things that you're like curious about, but you've never tried?
I've never gone skiing actually, and we live in the fucking snow, and I've always wanted to. I've just never taken the time.
Oh my god.
Your
My
fishing is
friends...
also like 6 drinks deep as well.
He's like, my friends are like going off to do like some dumb shit. And like one of them just left, I don't know, and one of them can become a raccoon. Like, he can become a raccoon. It's fucking adorable.
Does he turn into anything else?
Yeah. Like, it's mostly the I think the raccoon is his go-to.
Okay.
But like, I think he can turn into other things too.
I mean, if I were a shapeshifter, raccoon's a good bet.
Right? They're adorable little trash pandas.
Do you want to go skiing with me? I feel like I'm missing out on something right now.
Fuck yes!
Oh,
And I
right,
like
let's
grab
go.
her hand and we leave.
Oh goodness.
So Ima's
Hold
on a
on,
drunk skiing
Hold
date.
on, my Emma's doing something stupid. Senses are going off. I gotta go.
Ooh.
I look forward to rolling the ability check for this at
No,
disadvantage.
no, I really.
I feel like it's gonna be like
head out of
triple
the place I was in and
disadvantage.
hopefully run into them.
Yeah, so
It's a
Bobby,
bird, it's a plane, it's Ima rolling downhill.
Bobby, you managed to come out of the store, just as Ima is heading out of the White Lady Inn, and you see, like, her arm is kind of, like, thrown over this, like, smaller, human-looking girl. She has, like, really, really dark hair, like, down to her back almost. And she is just, you can tell both of them are kind of holding each other up as they're walking.
Oh, dog, you know my type, too, damn. You mentioned, like, long hair down to the back. I'm like, you have known me for too long.
Yeah, I'll call out. Hey, I'm a.
Poppy, where'd you go?
I was just on a walk. What you doing?
I was gonna give you my coin purse, but then you weren't there, so I gave it to Andy, and she put it in her boobs like I did.
Probably a safe spot for it.
And then I met this lovely lady. What is your name, by the way?
Etha.
Etha. I met Etha. She's never gone skiing in Icewind Dale.
Never.
It's not ice in the name. And so we're gonna go do that, so that we make sure that if she dies, she doesn't become a ghost.
If she becomes a ghost.
I love the idea behind that. That's great. However, do you think you want to wait just like until a couple days from now? I hear like it's gonna snow and the powder is gonna be really nice, and that's much better skiing conditions.
Inside check.
Disadvantage, bitch.
Disadvantage.
Because drunkenness is technically the poison condition.
Yes, it is.
All right.
Danny, just ignore me. I'm stupid.
I rolled the same.
No,
number
that
twice.
wasn't what my reaction was.
I rolled the same number twice.
Yeah, from what you can tell, she's telling the truth. Like, she knows the weather's gonna be so much better for skiing in a couple days, and you should probably wait.
She's gonna turn to, what do you say, Etha or something? What's her name? Etha. She's gonna be like, well, Poppy would know better than us. She's kind of like the dummy mummy of the group.
In character reaction, by the way.
Yeah. So.
She was taking a sip of the hot drink she brought with her and just chokes on it, like.
So, I mean, like, maybe, like, well, like, I got a bunch of friends here, so we could make it, like, a group thing.
Yeah, that's fun. And, I mean, we've got the seance thing anyway, and as she, like, goes to, like, point back at the building, she completely doubles over and begins puking. She rolled a nat 2 on her constitution saving throw.
I hold her.
She, you feel like it'd probably be best for her to go lie down for a while now.
I think you might have had one too many.
Let's get you, laid down somewhere.
Do you have a room?
Yeah, and she kind of, like, fishes a key out of her pocket and drops it and kind of stumbles for a minute, but she, like,
Pick it up.
Yeah, I do have a room here.
Okay.
Yeah, well, I will
let's
help to
get you-
pick her up.
Yeah, let's get you upstairs.
Okay. You managed to get Ether tucked into her bed, asleep for a good while, from what you presume. And as you guys
Tuck
get
her in, lay her on her side.
yeah, so she doesn't die.
100%. Yeah. Put like a little like bucket underneath her.
Like, prop her up with some pillows so she doesn't choke.
Yeah.
Poppy's done this before.
But as you guys are making your way back down into the bottom layer of the tavern, and inn, you see the familiar face of Andra walk back in. So I think maybe it'd be best for 3 of you tops to come with me.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
There's only 2 in view there.
We don't know where the rest of our group went.
Okay, that's fair. Well, and then just the 3 of you it is. Not much of a debate.
3?
Andy's in the room.
Is Andy with us?
She's got my boob money.
Andy left with us.
Yeah, Andy left with the
Oh,
twins.
Andy.
Okay.
Ima still thinks that she's up in the room.
I didn't see her in the room when we were dropping our stuff off.
Oh, did you see a raccoon?
There was no raccoon.
What about a dire wolf?
That's okay. We're a good team.
Forgot to put my armor back on. Just realized that.
She kind of begins to lead you guys throughout the town of East Haven. The town hall is kind of close to the lake, so you, as you guys are walking, both of you roll perception checks for me.
Yep. Oh my god. You know what? I hate the fact that was a disadvantage, because one of those was a nat 20. The other one was a 14, which is still not terrible.
No, 24. 24.
God, Lamau. My nat 20 wouldn't have gotten that high.
You manage to see this as you are making your way to the town hall. At one point you passed what appears to be like the town ferry, where people would rent boats to go out onto the lake. But it's almost like red spray paint has been taken to the side of this building and just has the word closed in like all caps on the side of this building. You can still see like 2 boats docked at this ferry, but it is no longer in service for whatever reason. But you guys make your way to the town hall, which is like a smaller building compared to the rest of the town. And as Andra enters, If you're all right with it, this is the town speaker's son that you're about to meet, and would you be all right meeting the speaker first? He just wants to kind of screen for whoever's going to be interacting with his son right now.
Sure.
Okay. She leaves you like an office room in the building. And there's a human man with kind of like salt and pepper hair sitting at the desk, and he looks up as you both enter. So you're gonna be the ones meeting my son.
Yeah, that's us. I'm Poppy. This is
the
Arma.
The name is Danith, and he will shake both of your hands, and I'm gonna send his name in the group chat because, you know. But he will kind of like take like a deep sigh and lean back away from his what he was working on. Ian was completely fine less than a week ago. We sent him with a group to explore the coastline to find what happened to our fishermen. And when he returned, he was not, right. Maybe he was traumatized, for lack of a better word, and I don't know what all you're going to be able to get from him. I haven't been able to get anything from him. Just as a warning, I don't want you to think that he... I don't know. I don't know what to think myself, and it's been a rough week with him, but I just wanted to warn you both before you go in. He might not be the most responsive.
That's alright.
Does he go about, like, daily routines? Does he eat and drink, or...
Sometimes. If it's a good day, he will eat and drink. If it's a bad day, he will go 2 or 3 days without eating or drinking in between. We can leave it for him and he won't touch it. All sense of routine has kind of been shattered. He just talks to himself, mostly, but not in a language I recognize. I don't know what's happened to him.
Oh, it'd be really great if we had someone who could comprehend languages on, like, a mystical level. I've heard some people can do that. I can't do that.
Why did Ima go?
Official. Because she was the only one there.
Poppy was there. Poppy could have gone by herself.
Because drunk Ima and Mother Poppy were the only ones left.
Now Poppy's got to take care of Ima in this state too.
Yeah. Well,
I thought we were
do our
doing this
best.
tomorrow.
I thought we were too.
Thought you guys were going out into the lake tomorrow. That was my misunderstanding.
Oh, I thought we
Nah.
I thought we
We're
were doing
fucking
late
here now.
tonight.
We're
Tomorrow.
I'm going scuba diving.
We're doing it live.
Yeah, I'm just gonna, like, yeah, we'll thank you for letting us know.
He'll like, kind of
Ima
nod.
pulls out like a little takeaway flask.
He sees it.
Just gonna take it and
He kind of like pushes himself off the desk and raises to his feet. If you'll both follow me, and he opens like almost like a closet door that is adjourning to his office. He kind of leads you guys. The room that you guys are entering is very, very dark. It is like a small bedroom size, bigger than you thought the closet would be. But there is like one lantern in the corner that is giving light, and you can see like a smaller human male, probably like 17, 18 in age, completely curled into a ball, kind of like
He's a child.
yes.
He saw 3 of his friends die.
A child.
This is either how you start, like, this is either the hero's redemption story or the villain's arc. Like this. And I'm gonna go ahead and say, considering he's slowly becoming the Joker, that this is not the hero's story.
He's not okay.
He not okay.
Okay. A child. Okay.
But he's like
well,
curled up in the corner right now.
Yes.
Ima's going to go a safe distance away, but still, very obviously, like, hey, I'm acknowledging you kind of thing. And she's going to just crisscross applesauce sit on the ground.
Okay. He doesn't really have a reaction as you guys enter the room. He is just simply sitting there rocking. As you guys kind of like get closer in, you can hear he is whispering over and over to himself, in common. It's not a different language. The screaming. The screaming won't stop.
Hey, buddy. What's going on?
Roll a persuasion check for me.
100%. I'm just gonna go ahead and hold this control button. Okay.
Ooh, okay.
That is a 9.
He continues to rock, and you do manage to hear the screaming took them. It took all of them.
I'm gonna get a little closer than Ima and kind of take off my cloak and put it out in front of me, and it's the one with all the embroidery and stuff on. Hi.
You see his hands kind of immediately go to the embroidery, and he begins running his hands over just all of your different patches, like he's taking it all in.
It's Ian, right?
He gives a small nod.
I'm Poppy. It's nice to meet you.
He continues to stroke your patches.
Do you have a favorite one on there?
He points to the I know you sent it in the group chat, but I'm blanking right now. It was, I think, the sword with the like, I want to say lavender wrapped around it.
Yep. That's one of my favorites too. Just gonna sit there.
How old is he?
It's like 17 or 18 from your guess.
Damn.
Child.
You can hear his father behind you. He's kind of like leaned against the door frame, watching you both interact with his son. It was his first trip as a member of the militia. He had just joined a few weeks ago.
You're a newbie. Just learning the ropes. This big, amazing group that's gonna explore and do great things.
You see, as you're like saying that, his eyes turn to you, and both of you can see this. There is a lot of emotion behind his eyes. They are fairly human as he looks at you. They have definitely seen some shit.
I'm just gonna nod and go, there's a lot of expectation there. On you and from you. And sometimes reality kinda hits hard. I'm sorry that it hit you hard. It hit me hard too. Not everyone's a hugger, but let's just say I'm throwing it out there.
You see, he kind of like reaches for both of you and grabs you on the wrist, like very a lot firmer than you expect it to be. Be careful on the ice. Please stay away from the ice. You have to be careful there.
All right. We're very careful people.
Okay. And he kind of like resumes rocking at this point.
Is there anything you can tell us that we should watch out for if we find ourselves near the water? We don't plan on going near, but if we do?
Roll a persuasion check for me.
Oh no, I'm not very good at this. Okay, we're fine. 21. I rolled an 18.
There was a very, very scary lady. She does very, very bad things.
What does she look like? Ask what does she look like?
Bill! Good lord!
I'm not there.
There's a pigeon. It's just flying
Yeah,
in the.
it's just like right around my head. I don't know where it came from.
Ask for a description.
There's a rabbit in
Um,
A scary lady. What does she look like? Do you remember?
Silver hair. And
It was Ima.
Stop!
and very wrinkly skin.
We've made bad go away before. We're good at that. You're safe now. As long as we're here. Promise you. And she'll do her best to stand up.
Will you bring them back if you find them?
Of course.
It was my best friend, and she got him first. Just
I'm
please
sorry.
bring them back. He deserves a burial. Why am I tearing up? Jesus Christ.
I need you to stop because I'm starting. Poppy is at this point. She's openly crying.
Oh yeah, Ima has turned around so that so that Ian cannot see her.
I've just got the kid like right here, and I'm just like.
She has stood up and has turned around and is full fucking weeping.
So I would say, that is really all you guys are gonna get out of Ian as he kind of like progresses back into just rocking and kind of mumbling to himself.
I'm still giving him a hug. I'm
My
not letting
other-
go anytime soon.
My other group, have we found ourselves at the lake?
We have.
So I averted one disaster, but not averting the other. Great.
Yeah. I lost
So
I
doesn't
lost the
break her neck
game.
going skiing, but okay.
I have to remember something. Hang on.
Ima didn't even make a con saving throw either. She willingly failed to save. She went into this knowing what she was getting into.
Okay. Cool. So, are you guys getting a boat first, or are we just jumping in on the side of the lake?
Good lord.
We'll get a boat. We're getting a boat.
Why are we jumping into the lake again?
We're going looking for some treasure, babe.
Ah.
I'm going scuba
I'm gonna
diving.
wait for the seance to ask her where it might be.
No, I feel like Az and I have heard enough stories to know kind of where it
We
will.
have like
Okay.
decent
Or-
idea.
Or we know where we've looked so far.
Exactly.
So, you definitely remember where you guys have looked in the past. Which
So I was
like,
laughing
a
the
good
whole time.
a good portion of the lake. Like, I mean, you guys, yeah. Jasper was forcing Az right into it like daily for a while to try and find this treasure. Okay. Like,
Yeah.
You guys have scoured the lake pretty hard.
I'm a good
but-
sister, I swear.
Both of you, as you are going to find a boat, the ferry is closed.
Oh, guess we're not using a
There
boat.
are still boats docked to it.
Sure.
No.
They're not yours.
I swear to God.
No one will
Also,
mind
I
if we
would
just
say
sit out for a second.
What would Poppy do in this situation?
Poppy's not here.
You hear pigeon?
Is there... Is... I'm gonna... Are we... As, are we borrowing a boat?
Yes, we're gonna borrow a boat.
Okay.
The finest boat that's here, obviously.
We're gonna borrow the finest boat that's here that's not manned.
So there are like 2 rowboats docked. There's no one around from what you guys can see as you kind of climb into one of them and get set off. Whoever is paddling, can I get 2 dexterity saves or checks from you?
Who has the
paddle
best
this
dex check?
I got a pretty good. I got a +4.
So do I. So
Well,
we'll let you.
I was gonna say it's not gonna be the Stars Druid for shit sure.
Yeah.
What?
So
I play a Stars Druid. We ain't dexterous.
16.
Okay. What was the second one?
22.
It's because I also always made as row.
Every time.
I was on the
You managed
lookout.
to pretty successfully avoid like the ice flows in your way as you kind of like get out a little bit further on the lake. From where you guys are now, I'd say probably like a good like 300 or so feet out onto the water. All 3 of you can see an abandoned boat kind of just bobbing in the water, probably 200 feet from you or so.
Jenny and I just did the same reaction.
Should
But you are to an area that you have not checked for the treasure before.
so
Alright, hop in.
I mean, I'm going to do it. I should tell you this now. However, and I'm like taking off my cloak and I'm getting ready. However, I should also preface this. Like 95% of yours were before it got cold. So just give me a second.
I'll warm you right up, okay? And I'll conjure a bonfire above my head that is a massive 5-foot flame. I'll warm you right up.
God.
Should I drink that cold resistance potion first, or should I save it?
Well, it is rather cold out here. I would advise it.
I'ma drink the potion.
Okay.
Can't drink
Okay,
the potion
real
if you're
quick.
dead.
Okay, before you go in,
I have characters prepared.
I'm gonna tie a length of rope around your waist and just
Yeah.
hold the other.
We've done this before.
before you go in, Andy's just gonna say, okay, I want you to be really safe and be careful and just talk to me if you need anything.
Oh, yes, you can both keep in communication and you can still hold your breath. That's perfect. This is so much better than before.
You're right. All right. Also, I feel like when we get back up, we should do something about that sinking boat over there. And I'm gonna hop in.
Andy, would you mind sending Cast over there?
Sure. Actually, just kidding. I wasn't planning on have brought him. I think never mind. So Andy's gonna be like, I didn't bring him along, but
Okay, well, I will burn a wild shape and a...
No,
Fire
I don't.
Fire
I-
over your head.
I don't trust Andy to be the one holding the rope.
that's probably a good idea.
I will hold the rope and I'll burn a wild shape and I'll summon like a snow. What birds exist in the snow other than owls? I guess like a hawk almost,
Snowy hawk, I don't know.
and send it over there.
So the hawk kind of flies over and lands. The boat has some fishing equipment in it. There's not any damage to the boat. It kind of just looks like the fishing poles were laid down and forgotten about almost. At the portion of the lake that you guys are on, a lot of this is completely frozen over. Like the boat that you guys are looking at, it almost looks like probably 3 or 4 people dragged this boat over the solid ice to get to a patch of water that they could fish in.
I see.
Now that was also like several weeks ago from the look of it, at least 2 weeks. So the water is kind of like broken up and shifted a little bit, so like it is further out into the water, but it just looks like it was completely abandoned.
It doesn't look like anyone's been on there in a while. It's probably some of those fishermen we heard about getting lost out here. Either way, regardless, that's not what we're here for.
Lysa just dropped her laptop. My bad.
All right, and I'm
Please
gonna.
tell me you didn't pull a Kira and shatter your
Oh
screen.
no, it actually looks completely fine.
Okay, good.
There's a whole bunch of pillows down.
Alexa, is the telekinetic bond? It would be concentration, yeah.
So it's actually an ability. It's called Mind Link.
Do you have
It's a.
Do you have guidance?
I do.
Give me guidance before I jump in, please.
Okay, sure.
You better
You've
use that
got.
300-foot dark vision too.
Can you
That's
also
true.
Wait, I can see in the dark. Like.
give me everything?
super far, can't I?
I've got cold
Hold on, wait.
resistance. I've got a mind link.
Please hold.
I got guidance, and I'm now pushing for the 300 dark
Guidance.
vision.
Let's see what I can do.
But yeah, I feel like we should definitely investigate that boat after I come back up. Unless I'm dying, and then preferably let me warm up first.
I would never let you die out here, okay? You kept me bundled up and warm, I'll keep you warm, okay? You can count on me.
I trust you.
Do you now have dark
Hey.
vision up to 3?
Alright, I'll take big
Oh.
breaths. Big breaths, big
Yeah,
breaths.
300.
I jump.
Okay. The water immediately is a bit of a shock to you. Can I get a Constitution saving throw?
What's my con? Ooh, hi.
We're doing this so stupid. There's so many better ways we could be doing this.
That's a natural 20.
Okay.
Ooh.
So
You're
you
actually a fish.
take 4 points of cold damage.
And then
as
half?
Yeah, so half
Two?
again with the cold resistance, so 2.
Hey, just out of, this is in Andy. As just out of curiosity, and I guess I'm talking to you as a fucking bird, or did you already leave?
I just summoned a bird to go over there. I myself
Oh.
am standing here holding the
That's
rope.
cool. Fucking yeah. Okay. As just out of curiosity, couldn't you have summoned like a fish, or turned into a fish, or like a dolphin?
I lost the game.
I don't know how to do that. I'm better at turning into furry things, really.
Oh, okay. Just curious.
Swimming's never been my strong suit.
She's
Honestly,
got
I
a
don't
point,
know
though.
why she ever tried to throw me in there in the first place. I
Me
kinda just
too. I'm not a
bash
big
around.
fish in water.
Ask me when I'm up, then. Don't talk shit when I can't defend myself.
Jasper, can I get a perception or investigation check, your choice, while you are looking?
Perception or investigation?
Yes.
We'll take the +5. And
I feel
also,
like in my head,
wait, we'll see what the outcome is.
I feel like in my head, I would just hear Jasper just be like, "Ah, fuck, it's cold."
Oh yeah. I'm gonna add the D4 to it. Okay, 18.
So you spend just a couple of seconds kind of like scanning the bottom of this lake. You don't see anything in this section of the lake.
Nothing?
I mean, there are like, you can see there were a couple shipwrecks in the lake a few years ago, so like there are like the hulls of these ships still. So as you kind of swim down, you can see like just ships that have been completely forgotten about in time. So there are like, you know, gold, like, I don't even know what ship words are if I'm being honest with you, but you find some shit if you're looking for it.
I'm looking for some shit.
Okay. So I'll say like you find like several different silver and gold like candelabras. There are a couple of like harpoons. I can't. A couple like different cannons that have been like completely rusted away. You do find like a teeny tiny treasure chest on one of these ships, and it appears to be locked. But you'd also know that it is not the heavy, like massive treasure chest that you have grown up hearing about being in the lake. This is just like a smaller one on one of the other ships. But yeah, that's all you can really see this time.
Smaller ones can hold gems.
I will swim on up.
Okay.
And then just
I'll reach my hands out and start pulling her up.
There was nothing besides these other things I found from the shipwrecks. Guys, I found a little chest. Let me dry off, and I'm gonna open it.
I'm gonna conjure a bonfire above our heads and just try to warm her up.
I put my cloak back on, and I'm gonna see if that skeleton key fits into this little teeny tiny chest.
It absolutely does. And you pop it open.
Guys, I pickpocketed this key off somebody earlier today.
Hell yeah.
That was so
There
lucky.
are about like 50 small red gemstones, each worth about 10 gold pieces apiece.
500 gold!
Damn.
Holy shit.
Well, I'm glad we were pickpocketing.
Oh shit! Alright. Fuck, damn.
That's why it's legal, y'all.
Alright, everybody can just add 500 gold. Not 500 gold, 100 gold. Because I will
You know
split
what?
it.
I'll do it when you're over here. Because right now, we're not anywhere near you.
I know, I'm
Right
just
now,
telling
we
you
have no
guys,
idea.
you'll get it. Just in case I forget.
Will we?
I also found
Will
these...
we though?
I also found these gold and silver candelabras that we gotta sell somewhere. Unless
I
we
bet
want
this
it
is
for,
actually
like,
much, bro.
an eventual house. However, I don't see that in the future.
Not anytime soon.
No, I don't see that anytime soon. But also, we should probably keep this chest pretty hidden while we walk back through town eventually.
How big is it? I've written down teeny
Jewelry
tiny.
box size.
Jewelry box?
Yeah.
It's inside my insulated cloak.
Okay.
I think we should probably head back and
Yes.
find
Let's
find
get you back to the
Puffy.
tavern and warmed up.
Is there anything I can do to warm you up?
Light me on fire. Don't actually do that.
No, we'll get you some dry clothes on and get you warmed up, and you better eat something when we go back.
I can just put you to
I'm
sleep.
chittering.
Oh wait, we should look at this shipwreck, or maybe we should just report back and say, hey, we found this.
I'd say we should probably just report back.
Okay.
Yeah, from what I could tell, there wasn't too much going on that ship over there. There's always time for it later. Let's go get Jazz warmed up and in something dry.
All right.
Can I get 2 more dexterity checks from you as you make your way back to...
Yeah, that's 19,
Okay.
and that's another 19. Same roll.
Nice.
One is your left arm, and the other one's your right arm.
Equally as strong.
You managed to, like, successfully avoid the ice floes again as you are getting back, and, you dock the boat back at the ferry, I presume.
Yes,
Okay.
right where we found it.
Okay. As you guys are, like, getting off the boat, can I get perception checks from all 3 of you?
Mm-hmm. 15.
Also, 50.
14.
Okay, so all
Wait,
of you
is this
kind of-
for anything in regards to any fae?
It is not.
I figured I'd ask.
You're not looking for me right now.
You never
You
know.
gotta ask, man. You always gotta ask.
You do.
As you guys kind of tie the boat back to the dock, you all hear
We're
what,
being
like,
quick about it.
kind of sounds like the ferry is like 10-15 feet from you guys at this point as you're tying it back. The shutters of the ferry slam
Shit.
closed.
I thought it was already closed.
Like, the ferry itself is, like, closed for business, but
Yeah.
now the blinds on the ferry, somebody just closed them. Like, on one of the windows on the ferry.
Yeah.
That's a bit odd.
I kind of want to check it out.
Oh,
Primeval awareness. Is there any list within 6 months?
What all does your primeval awareness tell you about?
Aberrations, celestials, dragons, elementals, fae, fiends, or undead.
Well, there's at least
None.
one fae.
None of these are within 20 feet of you. Like, you do get a couple of, like, fae-esque pings within the town from, like, you know, ancestry, but it's not what you're looking for at this moment.
Do you guys think heading back into the dock is a good idea, or should we maybe, like, should we speed through this, or should we
What
not?
time is it now?
It's about 5, 6 p.m.
We still have a little bit of time. Are you holding up all right, Jazz?
Yeah, I'm a bit more warm. I kind of want to do something reckless, if I'm being honest.
Something else reckless, you mean?
Yeah, can I do
I'm
it?
gonna cast Pass Without a Trace.
That defeats what I was gonna do. I was gonna go and knock on the window. No,
If you're
but
not
alright.
stealthing, you don't need to add the buff.
It
But-
just ends up being
Matt-
super quiet, and you're like,
We're gonna
"Damn it,
go-
I'm trying to
I'm
get
gonna-
louder."
I'm gonna sneak on the boat.
I'm not gonna let you go alone.
We're gonna sneak on the boat.
Andy, are you coming or are you watching?
Or do you want to go get the others?
I mean, I can, I'll watch. But also, we should wait until the person leaves the thing.
No,
instead of just
it's
sitting with it.
fine. Jasper's like already almost on it.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna follow up stealthing.
Okay.
Got like one leg already on the boat.
Nah, it'll be fine.
I was gonna say, like, when you were like, "Oh, should we go back and get the others?" I was like, "You don't want to do an espionage mission with drunk Ima."
I still
but
have
you'll
mind
be
link
on the
on.
best of days.
I've still got mind link on with you, Jasper. So,
Yeah, both of us have disadvantage on stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Already
As
without being
you
drunk.
guys are getting closer to the ferry, can I get survival checks?
Survival? Well, we're stealthing.
Yeah.
That's
18.
am I
It's-
doing this too?
Yes.
I get death saving throws.
22.
So you can see small footprints
19.
leading up. Everyone can see this. Small footprints leading up to the doors of the ferry. It looks like someone has been going and coming quite frequently.
Can we tell how fresh these footprints are?
Pretty fresh.
I'm gonna go inside.
Okay, so you're just opening the door.
Quietly.
Yeah,
Wait,
he's gonna-
wait. Can I see any other means of entering before I open the door?
There is just the one door.
Alright, I'll open the door.
Okay. So roll a stealth check for me as you open the door.
I'm following up directly behind her.
Okay.
I've got a plus 16 now.
Do I need to roll as well?
He's opening the door.
Okay.
35.
Was there even a door there to begin with?
You opened the door literally soundlessly, as in like you couldn't even you don't even hear anything as you open the door. And you
I
kinda peek
practiced
your
as
head
a
in.
young child in making sure Az and I could sneak out.
You see 3 gray-skinned dwarves. If you are familiar with the Underdark at all, these are Duragar, which are like
Oh,
Underdark
Yeah.
Stop one of
dwarves.
these motherfuckers.
Danica knows. Would
What the fuck are Duragar
yeah,
doing
would
in
Jasper
Icewind Dale?
know as to what they would be doing?
You have no clue what they would be doing here.
Are they a part of the Zentarium?
Can I listen in for any conversation happening?
Yeah, we snooping.
Roll perception checks for me.
Do you guys see anything?
We see some fucking Duergar.
16.
What is that?
It appears that
I only got a
there-
14.
There's like one of these is a leader, and like as you're kind of like pressed up behind Jasper, so like you can't really see into the room, but you can hear what's going on still. One of these appear to be a leader speaking. Jasper, are you still looking into the room? You cannot see the person speaking.
Huh.
But the one speaking does appear to be giving the others instructions, and it's basically stay low, stay hidden. We are here for a reason.
Do I recognize the voice at all?
You do not.
Can I hear or tell where the voice is coming from?
You kind of get the vague sense of direction that they're coming from like the back corner of the room.
How many of them are there?
Emblems.
What?
Are there any emblems that might give them away as being part of some sort of a gang?
Can I see any emblems of sorts or anything on their person that could tie them to any organization or temple or anything I would recognize?
Honestly, great call. Great call.
You do
Yeah,
not
I'm
see.
so glad you thought about that.
You do not see any markings on them.
Thank you, I can be smart when needed.
How
There's
many of them are there?
There's 3, but I can't see one of them. I don't know if they're just hiding in a corner like a fucking coward, or if they're invisible. The part of me that is not as serious kinda wants to just light up the corner and see who it is.
Let's listen for a moment and hear if we can hear anything like keywords.
Okay, we're gonna keep listening.
Josh, you're talking out, like, Az is talking out loud then, and Danny and I are, like, talking.
Whispers.
Yeah.
Whispers.
We're stage whispering, okay?
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep listening in to see if they say anything else.
After a few moments, you can tell that whatever the reason that they have come here, they have not been successful so far in getting that done. So they are just desperately trying to stay on track.
Watch for any drawers opening.
Is there anything else in their, like, room or that I could... Like, what else is in the room that I could see?
This was mostly just like a here's where you rent your boat shack. So there is like a desk and some fishing equipment on the back wall, but there's not a lot in this.
I think we should go now.
We shouldn't light a fire to see who's in the corner.
We don't know what they're doing. We don't know if it's wrong. We have no information. Why would we do that?
Because I'm intrigued.
We know who takes after Mom.
I'm gonna grab Jasper and slowly pull her away from the door.
Okay.
I go willingly.
I think we should go tell the others what we found.
That's a good idea. I also have to share those rubies, because if I don't, then, and they find out, I will not hear the end of it.
Oh, hey guys, there's a door opening.
Thanks.
What?
There's a door opening. Oh, wait. Oh, hi.
It's okay. Thank you for the heads up. We've got
I am going to pull my little bird friend off my shoulder and just set him inside the door and let him, like, flap up to a corner of the room and watch.
Okay. Are we all making our way back to the tavern?
Man, I thought I was gonna take more cold damage than that. I should have kept the potion.
Well, I mean, I rolled a 7, and you passed the con saving throw, so I mean...
I thought it was gonna be, like, more damage, though.
Also,
like a cumulative.
You come straight up.
Pardon?
You did come straight up afterwards.
Yeah.
I'm thinking you would have taken more if you would have just kept swimming.
Yeah.
Fair.
Keep swimming.
Just keep swimming. Yeah, we'll go find the others.
Okay.
I will track the Phaenus in Poppy.
What the fuck is Poppy again?
Because there's, like, 0 things rangers can do.
Poppy and Ima, are you guys making your way back to the tavern at this point as well?
Mm. Poppy's or Ima's just kind of leaning on Poppy. It was like, I was so young. You shouldn't have had to see all that. You want some?
Oh, thank you.
Ima, as you kind of like take your like last dregs from your flask, you kind of been nursing it the entire way back to the tavern. You guys run face to face in with the other to the other group.
And I'm still, like, soaking wet.
Okay, so setting the scene, we have Poppy and Ima who have clearly been crying.
Yes.
Yep.
One of us is like just fucking drunk as all get out.
Mm-hmm.
And then we've got Jasper looking like a half drowned. I don't know.
Like a half drowned
Raccoon.
Poppy.
I thought you weren't gonna leave the tavern.
What? Oh, a lot of stuff. Where do I start? Okay, so like I met this girl at a bar, and she's like really cute, and she wanted to go skiing because she didn't want to die and turn into a ghost. And so we were trying to leave, but then Poppy was like, "Oh, well, by the way, we ran into Poppy. Here's Poppy." When Poppy was like, "No, don't do it because it'll snow better on another day," and I was like, "Well, you know better than I would," and so. And then the girl, the really cute girl, she threw up hella hard. So we brought her back. And then we went to go talk to the dude who was all like, "Ugh," right? And then, he was very wild. He like watched his friends die and it fucking sucks, man.
Yeah.
We
Like a lot.
went scuba
Holy
diving.
Fuck, you're wet.
What?
We didn't find the chest. We found a very small one on a sunken ship that I will share with you when we get back to the inn.
And
then-
getting back to the inn, you do look like a drowned rat, so let's come
And
on.
then we saw a ferry. Not a ferry, but the boat. And we snuck inside because we saw some people. And we saw Duergar, which they should not be in Icewind Dale. But one of them,
Dark.
they're deep. No, they're deep, like deep
They're-
dwarves.
Yeah,
They're
they
like-
are.
yeah,
They're from the Underdark, so they're water deep.
Not good.
Wouldn't they be the
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 Zentari.
Zentarium?
Hold on. Just getting my bearings. The Underdark was kind of like when you think of like the Feywild and the happiness and the pretty and the everything, like where I'm initially from. The Underdark is like the opposite of that. It's gloomy and it's depressing, and they don't like us, and we don't like them.
See, but like, I just knew that like there was the ground, and then you're telling me that now there's more than that?
Oh, you sweet, adorable little mindfuck.
What? I was starting to understand that there's like more than one dimension, and it's confusing, but
It's
But
another plane. The Underdark. It's another plane. It's kind of like the Feywild.
oh,
It's pretty much the same thing. It's just like if you keep going down deeper and deeper into the ground, eventually it's no longer Faerun, it's somewhere else.
whoa.
However,
I mean,
they were talking about how they have to lay low, the job's not done. However, there were 2 of them, but then there was a third voice that I could not see. It was as if they were either hiding in the corner like a fucking coward, or they were invisible. Or the sound was coming from something else that was just in the corner.
And now you'd think that, like, they would be laying low or lower in the Underdark.
However, I'll
Right.
admit my brain's a bit jumbled. I might have hypothermia.
Can I,
Yeah,
in my drunken state, can I do a medicine check to see if she's going through hypothermia?
Absolutely.
Okay.
I'm gonna take off my cloak and just like drape it around her. Like take off her
For-
wet one and then put mine on.
No,
top
the
of it.
cloak, it's a bit wet. I didn't wear it when jumping in.
it's like a towel at this point.
Yeah, that the towel's
her-
gotten a bit damp.
A
Put my
thorough
cloak on top
looking
of it.
over. That's a 3.
I am
Maybe.
also gonna give her a once over.
You think she is dying of hypothermia right now. Like, you know in your core that she has like 30 minutes left to live.
You see the gray, the like ashen hair and the dark skin, and you somehow associate that with death.
Yeah.
The jasper colored eyes.
Pop, we
I got
need
an
to get her help.
18.
We need to get her help now.
She definitely looks cold, but she's fine. Once she warms up, she'll be okay.
She's fine.
But no, but the
I'm-
cold is gonna get her.
She's fine. Would I lie to you about that?
I did a lot of lying. You didn't do all.
Here, I can hit her with a healing talk in your head if you want.
I'm sorry, I did a lot of lying.
Okay.
Jasper will go up to Ima and her
You can see like Ima begins to like tear up again.
Jasper will go up to Ima in her drunken state, and she has the cloak, but she's gonna reach a hand out and put it on the back of her neck. She's gonna say, "I'm okay."
Freezing cold hands.
Yeah,
on the
it's
back of
freezing
my
cold.
leg.
No, but she's currently a winter Eladrin. It's fine. And she's gonna say, "I'm okay. Thank you. Your potion that you gave me was a big help. You saved me." And she's also like over exaggerating all of this. "You saved me. Thank you." And she'll kiss your forehead. "Now let's get you to sleep, please."
Yeah, I'm gonna both of you. I'm gonna come up behind both of you and like a parent, just kind of
Shove.
just gently
Guys are
lead
all, like-
towards the tavern.
Like
As you guys are all like,
all of Ima's movement is you pushing her. Like there's no voluntary movement. There's
At
just
this
like,
point, I'm
you.
like this close, just picking her up and like.
Jasper
Ima's, like,
will
leaving dragging footprints in the snow behind her. Like, she is not picking up her feet at all when she is walking.
Jasper's gonna go over and walk beside Az, and she's just gonna kind of like huddle in with her head on his shoulder,
Wrap my arm
just
around her.
like still chittering.
How many cloaks do you have on right now? I need to know.
Technically, 4 layers.
Because you've got your double.
It's triple. It's
So
2
you've got your
cloaks
triple, and
with a
then you've
blanket
got-
in the middle, and now
Okay,
it's
and then
yours.
you've got Poppy. Well, Poppy has 2, so she just put the outer one on.
5.
I'm gonna pull Jasper over to the tavern's fireplace and begin sorting out the fucking mess that is her hair now. And
Oh yeah.
as I'm doing it, like every other blink, I'm gonna be tuning into my hawk and trying to get a brief glimpse of what's going on inside of that hair.
Okay.
My wet hair was in a bun, so trying to take it out.
Yeah, I am
And
taking
then-
it out and reconstructing it. Yeah, brushing it out
So-
completely, trying to dry it out.
But like now it's
I'm gonna take
like-
Ima.
the curls in itself are already forming.
So as you're kind of like blinking in between like your consciousness and the hawks, you get a few glimpses of conversation that they're having. These Duragar have, from what you're gathering, been in East Haven for a few weeks. This is not their like home base of operations. There are more of them throughout several of the towns in Icewind Dale. They all have been told to lay low. Most of them have been a little bit more fruitful than the current group that you are listening in on. It seems like the other groups have been slightly successful in whatever they are looking for, while this group is really, really taking it hard that they are falling behind with this competition almost.
Okay.
So they're all looking for like kind of the same thing-ish?
They are all looking for the same thing. They've just broken up between the towns to look for it.
So same thing but different items of the same thing. Sorry, I'm just trying to wrap my head around it.
Yes.
So my understanding is if they were looking for gems, for instance, they'd be looking for, like, someone would be looking for emeralds and one would be looking for rubies or whatever.
Like that kind
Just as a metaphor.
They're all looking for the exact same thing. It's just more of like scattered throughout the entirety of the Icewind Dale,
So-
including like outside of the 10 towns.
So it is,
They're all looking for oil.
or is it as if like they're all looking for multiple parts of one thing, or are they all looking for one thing that there are multiple copies of?
Yes.
We made this so much more complicated than it needed to
I'm gonna
be.
let you know, I understood absolutely none of that.
I now
There
understand.
There are several groups looking for one thing.
Yes.
But
All
s-
around the
Is it one
world
thing?
are on the same scavenger hunt for the same thing. They have the same
Ah.
list.
That's an intense game of
Wait,
geocaching right
They
there.
have the same list of things, or they're looking for
No,
like
one
the
thing.
same individual
One thing.
thing?
They are looking for
One
one
thing.
thing.
And there are multiple copies of this thing,
No.
basically.
Sure.
No. Yes? No.
Danny, we're gonna try this
Sorry,
again.
she said yes to a question that there was
Okay,
two
okay,
things
Hang on,
of.
hang on. I will
Quiet,
give more
please.
info. I will give more info. They are all looking for the Chardolin crystal.
Oh, I was
Is there
starting
only
with
one?
gems.
Is there only
Yes.
one single Chardolin crystal in the world?
No, there are multiple different
'Kay.
shards. So they are
That's
trying to
what I
gather
was
as much as
asking.
possible.
Ah,
I shared
Oh,
none of
they're
this
all trying to
information.
grab the shards the sheep.
So
can
they're
use.
all
Okay, cool.
they're all trying to find different missing pieces of the same thing.
Essentially, they are trying to gather as much of it as possible.
So it's like if a mirror broke into a bunch of pieces and everybody picks up a piece of the mirror
Yes.
so we can put it back together.
Okay. Have we wait? Az has to relay this message.
I am putting Armo to bed upstairs.
I am going to
I'm
once
upstairs.
once Jasper's hair's dried out and we begin braiding it into like a big fishtail, and I'll tell her what I'm seeing as I'm seeing it at that point.
And have I ever heard of a Chardolin crystal?
Roll a history check for me.
Is it related to Fae?
No.
I figured, but I'm gonna ask.
One of these days they're gonna say yes.
Yes.
Exactly.
One of it will be.
However, I don't know anything. I got a 7. Az, do you
If
know?
anyone like,
Do I
if
know
anyone else
anything?
would like to roll a history check, everyone can.
Or at least
For the
everyone is there,
clerics.
'cause me and Poppy are-
For the
Yeah.
clerics, before you roll, before you roll,
I'm
guidance
upstairs.
yourself.
I'm upstairs.
Upstairs, sorry.
Fuck.
It's just me and you right now.
Do you have guidance?
No.
Damn it.
I
Alright.
You know
do
the funny
have
thing? You know the
a
funny thing?
Yeah.
Azurite was not there in the party when this was mentioned.
Fuck!
When what was
What?
mentioned?
Is this the
Azurite,
fucking
you
madness
are,
crystal?
Is this
you
the
are
madness crystal?
unfamiliar with what they're talking about.
Wait, hold up, hold up.
This
Is
is
this
the
the
cuckoo for
fucking?
Cocoa Puffs.
Is this
crystal.
the?
This bullshit!
Oh fuck!
This bullshit!
I rolled a 17.
You're unfamiliar.
Would it have been reasonable that
No,
we talked
wait.
about it?
I tell my brother everything.
Okay, then
There's
you
no
remember
secrets.
Azurite. You remember,
Oh
Jasper told you about this. There is, Cora, the tavern keeper in Bremen. Her son had found one of these shards. People from Caer Konig had come to get him and take him away, basically. After he came into contact with this crystal, he began to act very rash, very angry, emotional even. And he had kind of like locked himself in his bedroom until these two tieflings took him with them to Caer Konig.
This and there was that Triton.
Jazz, doesn't this all sound like it's lining up together? Not only did you tell me that story about everything that went down with that Triton fellow, Poppy and Ima just visited someone who went mad as well, and it's all tying back to this crystal and these Durgar.
That
was the militia mission that they went on. They went on to find the fucking crystal, and someone found it.
So, if one of them did go mad, then somebody that either one of those fishermen, somebody that they came into contact with, has the crystal.
It's all very interesting. Maybe we'll get more answers tomorrow in the cave, but I think if we don't find anything there, we might need to plan a trip soon to Caer Konig and see what the people there know.
That, yes, at least it's good to know, because we were torn between the two cares. We didn't know which one to go to, and now we do.
And we're looking for people from the Underdark, oddly enough.
And
we need to figure out what they're doing here. It can't be anything good. You've heard the rumors of what the Drow do, and you've heard all the rumors of the Underdark. There's nothing good coming of this.
No.
At this point, you both are seated in the main area of the dining tavern. Ronaldo comes out of one of the back rooms. So are we all ready for the séance?
Oh shit!
Is it midnight?
It is.
Oh fuck.
Sure. Wait, my friend went to sleep.
Give me one moment, and I'll run upstairs.
Okay.
You find Poppy with her hair all pulled up down in front of her, and she's just trying to fix up the undercut that she has.
Oh, hold on. Can we do a meanwhile?
Meanwhile.
Meanwhile.
Cause I think when you put put Ima to bed, she holds on to your hand for just a little bit.
What?
Her name was Melody. That's who I saw when all of that went down. The one that you didn't see. She died with the rest of my crew, and I loved her very much.
I know it doesn't even begin to express it, but I am sorry.
I have a weird question, and I'm not gonna specify. Because I don't know if I'd say this if I didn't have a lot of ale. Is it okay to love someone else? Because I think I do.
No. It's... you always have to ask the hard questions.
You're always the ones that you care. I'd ask the others, but it's always you. I'm happy it's you.
Earlier you apologized for always lying. I have have to apologize for that too. I'm not honest with you all at all. Half the time.
She kind of sits up. She's like propped on her hands backwards, but she's like at as much attention as she's going to be.
I'm not ready to say all of it, but I know what it feels like to lose your other half. I miss him a lot, and I don't know how to answer your question.
It's me too. Can I hug you? There's no one else here. No one would know. And I'm drunk, so they won't believe me.
It's okay. I'd like a hug, thank you.
I just, like, fully, like, arms around the neck. Like, it's way too much. It's
okay. Poppy's fully embracing it. So I guess that might be how you find us instead.
Yeah, like, as soon as the door opens, like, we immediately part.
Sorry, I wasn't trying to intrude or anything. We're ready for the seance if you are.
Oh, fuck me. Do you have a way of sobering me up?
I forgot about that.
I'm
Me
gonna
too.
walk over and just give you some slaps on the cheek. You got this. Come on. Wake up a little bit.
Oh, you slapped like a bitch. Oh, let's go.
Thank you. And I'm gonna prance out of the room.
That's my brother.
I'm gonna quickly get up to follow him. Not making eye contact with literally anybody.
No judgment, no judgment. And we will.
See that I was crying. He can't see that I was crying if I don't look at him.
Where the fuck was Andy for all this?
Where was Andy,
were you?
babe?
Yeah, where was
Your choice.
Andy?
I mean, at first I was gonna be upstairs, and then I was like, "Oh wait, I want to give them this moment." So
You were just chilling in
Andy
the hallway.
just sitting in the corner.
No, Andy was
Just
sitting
thinking, "Oh, I'm in
outside the
here."
door.
I'm gonna retcon. She's gonna she's listening. She's with Caster. She's looking through Caster's eyes. That's what she's
Okay.
doing. So
Gotcha.
there you go.
But now where's Caster?
Oh
Okay,
shit.
Caster went
Helping pick through your hair.
Is
Huh?
Caster helping pick through my hair?
No, I was gonna have him go back over to the area that we were looking for the treasure, like that area with the water.
Roll a perception check for me, for Caster.
In the meantime, Ima will order 2 of the the giantest mugs of just water.
The old halfling kind of like,
Awful. 6.
you don't see anything.
You don't even see the
You're
boat.
full enjoying a beautiful fly.
Yeah,
Yes.
she does that.
He does manage to bring you like 2 giant mugs of water, and he like sip on these. Don't chug. Okay.
Mm.
Okay.
For sure.
All right.
She chugs the first one.
All right.
I'm going to take the bigger one, the other one, and just kind of.
Well, no, because she just takes the other one and just. Oh,
I was sitting right next to you. That got all over me.
oh.
I'm
Let's talk to some dead people.
The question.
Fleur, do you have a towel?
I give
How
you
long
back
does-
your cloak.
How long can everyone keep playing for?
Wiping my. I'm good to keep going for however long.
I'm
Same.
good till 3 a.m. my time.
Oh, so we're good for a while.
Yeah.
Mine would probably be another hour.
Okay.
I gotta work in the morning.
So as you guys all enter the room, there is.
I'm gonna
smoke from
quickly go
burning
pee.
clouds. Okay.
I can still hear.
Like, trying to wipe off all the water that got splashed onto me when you dumped it on your head.
Yep, 100%.
The room is pretty smoky from all the incense burners that Ronaldo has laid out. Multicolored lamps and silks are hung from the rafters, and the light from several candles illuminates a circle of like uncomfortable-looking guests that are all sitting cross-legged on the floor in like a half circle. As everyone like gets in and takes their seat, finishing like completing the circle fully, Ronaldo pushes back the sleeves of his robes, raises his hands, and closes his eyes. Lady who watches from the lake, come to us in our darkest hour. Tell us what you've seen. And after a moment of like utter silence, a thick frost begins to form on the inside window, turning them completely opaque, and the candles begin to go out one by one.
I'm gonna put my hand on my dagger.
I told you it's real.
Candy just looks skeptical.
I've never said it wasn't.
She's going to just kind of do the... Do we have to have our hands linked?
No.
Okay, yeah, she's gonna do that thing where she kind of bites her hand quite hard, and we'll just run it across her whip, but she's not gonna put her hand near her.
Okay. So Ronaldo kind of like focuses for a moment, and I'm really glad he had an advantage on that roll, because that would have been fucking awful. But he kind of like takes a moment and opens his eyes. I think you can ask her questions now.
Is there anything we should know first? Is there a limitation here?
That's your first question.
You get 3.
Always stays for 3 questions. Sometimes beyond that, she will leave.
What kind of answers should we be expecting?
That's number 2.
How long are the questions? How long are the answers gonna be?
They're very short answers, normally 2 to 5 words.
Oh.
I have a question for not... I just want to clarify that it's not for the ghost, but for the seance leader. Just clarifying that for everybody in the room, including the ghost.
I'd like to think we asked these questions before the ghost gets here.
Yeah, it's
Okay,
like,
it's fine.
is this 3 questions per, or 3 questions per seance? Like one as a group?
She normally will only answer the 3 questions, but I can do this like once a night if you don't get the questions you're looking for, or the answers you're looking for.
So I think what we need to ask is, who done it? Where treasure? Where fishermen?
Okay.
Our questions don't need to be
Oh wait.
two words
Where
long.
treasure? Well, I'm just saying the gist of it. Where treasure? What happened? Where fishermen?
Why Underdark?
That's
Well,
4.
We ask first and foremost, what happened to the fishermen and where are they?
Wait, guys, I have an idea. We throw it for a loop. One of the questions is, how are you? Maybe that will gain us more questions.
I think that's a horrible idea, but I like
I
it.
actually kind of like this idea.
It might gain us favor with a lady who has absolutely no idea who we are and just communed with her out of nowhere.
How you doing?
We start out,
I like
Az and I, the amazing people we are, we'll start out with saying, hi, we're big fans. We've been following you since we were children. How are you
Start
doing?
digging in my medicine kit for some painkillers. Just pop a couple.
I actually kind of like this idea.
And Jasper
Ghosts
just,
don't
like,
normally me,
sniffles.
so-
She's got a cold now.
She doesn't really answer, but you see the window pane behind you
Wait,
begin
I didn't-
rattling.
Apparently that was a question, guys.
Wait, yeah, what question did we just ask?
How is she?
You asked, how are you?
I didn't think our time started. I'm sorry.
You went back to talking in character. I thought it did.
Oh God.
All right.
Oh, too late.
Well, yeah, well, we're here now.
What did it seem like a friendly jiggle?
She's pissed.
She seemed pissed.
Roll an insight check on the jiggle.
On the
You're gonna
jiggle.
roll an insight check.
Roll a jiggle check.
Oh, okay, hold
Jiggle
on. That's
check.
more math that I can't do.
This is
Oh, wait,
one
hold on, I
instance,
can-
so you can check
Wait,
this.
is
and
this
whether it's
Stakes.
Is this
One is
perception
double jiggle.
or insight? Okay.
Wait,
Is this a fae?
no, but it is undead.
It is undead.
It's time for the blood hunter, baby.
Please roll good. I rolled a crit fail. For a 4.
Poppy, you can tell that it wasn't either an angry or a happy jiggle. It was more of an unable to answer. She is a ghost. We don't know what ghosts go through, but I imagine it's nothing like what the living go through.
I think she's pissed.
She's unable to answer that question. She's a ghost. Jasper.
About how she
A
is
ghost.
doing?
I think I'm
She's a
just
ghost.
gonna sit back and wait for this cold to heal.
That's probably a good
I'm just
idea.
gonna lean back kind of into
Over.
Az, holding the cloak
Give her a pat.
closer to me.
Four fishermen, right? And then a group of militia that went out to search for them that went missing on the coast. Are you able to tell us where they are?
You see written on the window behind you, like she's slowly writing out the words, but you see Maud Chiselbone.
Is like as in a
M-O-D,
name
S-A-U-D?
or
Yes, as in her name. M-A-U-D, Chiselbone.
There's Mom.
I'm gonna write that down in my notebook. In character.
That sounds like a dwarven name, and I swear to God, if it's one of them damn Darugers, we don't like them in these here parts. Yeah, I'm an Eladrin, they're an Underdark. I think a lot of people forget in D&D that there's a lot of racism in like
Yes.
elven worlds.
The elves are probably the most racist.
They're so up their own ass.
Yes.
It's very true.
people are scared of what they don't know.
It's why I love like Dimension 20, because like when like Fabian's meeting his dad, he's just straight up like, "Yes, you must be dying within like 5 minutes," and it's like, "No, I'm a teenager. I still got like a good couple of decades," and he's like, "Yes, 5 minutes," because he just doesn't understand mortal people. Anyway,
Alright, back to the seance.
yeah, back to the dead. Should
Okay.
we who did it to
So we've had 2 questions now. We've had how are you, and we've had where are. Is that what you asked? The where are they?
Are you able to tell us where they are? And we got Mod Chisel
Ask.
in response.
Ask where the treasure is.
My
No, that's Danica asking. I'm a little greedy goblin.
my friends here. They're interested in your story and your husband and where his boat sank. Are you able to tell us where?
Well, you see, she has no memory of her death or the fate of her lost love. So she does not know. But I will say, in underneath like the Maud Chiselbone, she does write out Cackling Chasm.
Cackling Chasm.
I think that was the name of it. No, sorry, I was wrong. It's the Cauldron Caves.
Would we know where that is?
roll a history check for me.
If it's
So
close,
even though she doesn't...
I would have explored it.
And I guidance that. I'm just gonna like put my
Yeah.
hand on top of Jasper's head to like get her to chill for a second.
I'm
even
imbued
though,
with sickness.
Even though this is
King
a,
for a
like, I don't
fever.
know, did that still use our third question?
No, that was the like final answer to the second question. That was where are they? It was the Cauldron Caves.
Oh, okay.
Jasper, you remember you don't know the name of the caves, but you do remember when you and Azurite were very little, like doing exploring around, you both did manage to find yourself in the memory is hazy. This was like a very young but like core memory almost for you. You remember this cave scaring the absolute shit out of you as a child. You don't remember exactly why, but the overwhelming sense of something is wrong in this cave still sticks with you.
We would have been really young, but would we have been able to sense that it was a magical origin, or was it just a child afraid of the dark?
You're unsure.
We could ask her about the screaming. He heard screaming, right?
Maybe ask about the lady with the silver hair.
Do you know how do I phrase this? We met one of the members of the militia that made it back, and he said that there was a very, very scary lady with silver hair and wrinkly skin who killed most of his party. And he said that the screaming wouldn't stop, and the screaming took them. What does that mean?
That she circles the name Maud Chiselbone on the window.
Do we recognize the name?
You're unfamiliar with it.
Well, let's hope it's in town. Or let's hope at least someone in town knows the name. Well, thank you. I hope that your soul is able to find rest.
And if there's anything we can do to help you in that, to let us know.
You see that words begin to form one more time on the window. And slowly she writes out invisible dwarves. And then the window shatters.
I'm like immediately gonna like.
Question, does it shatter
a shield.
inward or outward?
It shatters outward.
Okay.
Okay, so it looks like it's something like went from inside and boomed outside.
Yes.
Okay, just making sure one of those invisible dwarves didn't break it.
No,
Yep.
This was her saying the seance was over in a sense.
Okay. How many times do they have to replace that window pane?
You know, he gets quite upset about it, but I do it myself. I've got a little bit of fixing magic up my sleeve.
However, now we know that it wasn't
I'm
just a
picturing
little
him
coward in a
sitting there
corner.
casting mend 500 times.
Yes, exactly. That is what he does.
Okay.
He will be here all night doing that.
Well, I mean, like, the dude is high enough level to cast Commune or Speak with Dead. So, we're dealing with ourselves, like, in meta, we're dealing with ourselves a pretty decently high-level bard.
He was still gonna sit there all night and cast mend over and over and over again.
Look, he's a good man.
He may be powerful, but he's not rich.
Relatable.
So
Well, this was intense.
He didn't mention the cauldron this time. That's weird.
The cauldron?
The cauldron. She normally talks about whenever she mentions the Maud Chiselbone, she normally talks about a cauldron that she has.
she'd spoken about the Cauldron Caves.
No, I know, but this is like a magical cauldron that she talks about.
This lady's a witch.
What has she
That's
said
exactly what it
before
sounds like.
in
That,
regards to it?
She has said, whatever this cauldron is, it would, fix all of our issues, basically, with, starving issues. I've gotten this through, like, weeks of asking questions at a time, so it's like a magical cauldron that never runs out of food.
Huh.
Interesting.
Have you ever sought out this mod Chiselbone?
Absolutely not. That sounds exceptionally dangerous.
Oh, so
You're
he's a coward.
Yeah, I am a coward. Why do you think I've stayed alive this long?
You didn't say that out loud.
I don't.
Under my breath, probably only Ima hears that. Oh, so he's a coward.
I don't travel with anyone. It's just me, and that did not seem like a good idea.
Do you know
I
of
do.
where to go to maybe learn more about it, though?
Well, I can get you a map to where the cauldron caves are.
Do you remember when we were little, those caves that we didn't know the name of, but that scared the shit out of us?
I remember being terrified out of my mind and possibly wetting myself, but it's all a bit hazy.
Do you think that could be them?
It's the only caves I know of around here, at least close by.
Same.
I think it'd be a good place to start.
If that is the case, then I remember how to get there.
What do a lot of you think? Perhaps we should go pay a visit tomorrow.
Well, we
Yeah,
have
I
a
was
job to do tomorrow.
Well,
Well,
I have
that's
this
part of
weird
the job.
I have this
I
weird
asked
suspicion
where
there's
they were.
connection.
I asked where the sailors were, and we got the name Maud Chiselbone and then the Cauldron Caves. And then that's also tied back to
Did
helping
we get
her,
this?
I guess.
Did we get this bard's name again?
Ronaldo.
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 I shall turn to Ronaldo.
It's a very fancy name.
Very fancy man.
Okay, but is he dressed as spiffy as the head lady?
Oh, absolutely not. He has like a very tattered fur coat on.
Okay, yeah,
like,
no, I'm not interested.
yeah.
This man is full like theater college student.
Yes. Yes.
Mood.
Um,
Costume clothing almost. Like he's definitely trying to fit in with like the high end vibes of the White Lady Inn, but like he is missing horribly.
it's very party city.
Yes.
Okay,
What were you
He's
saying,
just been
brother?
silently judging his outfit the entire time.
Yeah. So I'm gonna turn to him and be like, Ronaldo, this is your chance to do more than just talk to a ghost obsessively for 16 weeks. For the love of God, man, touch grass.
She's got things she needs to say. It's not often you get to talk to ghosts. I mean,
No, I know
you
it's
lot, I get to talk to ghosts pretty frequently.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
it's great for her, but for you have so much of the world to see. Join us, and we will find Maud Chiselbone.
Roll a persuasion check.
And then you can be the only bard to tell the tale of the one who helped the White Lady find inner peace. And I'm trying to give advantage.
Is that a help action?
Yeah, I will say it is a help action.
Shit. Hold on. Oh, 17.
Are you trying to just get this high-level bard on our side?
Hey, Bardic Inspiration is good, even if he is a coward.
I want y'all to know his stat block is that of a commoner.
What level is he? Or is he just...
Commoners don't have levels.
Well, now you see. Now what you see
Commoners
is
can't
if we...
cast magic.
Wait, but if we've succeeded... No, but wait. But if we've succeeded, you now have to make him a character sheet.
Oh my god, we're gonna make him a bard.
Jesus Christ.
We've shattered Icewind Dale.
Yeah, but I can't do that quickly, so,
Next time.
Are you sure
I
that
have a bard if you want.
I to,
Oh wait, I don't know if I have. Just kidding. Don't worry about it.
are you sure that you want to do that, Emma? Because I feel like I'm gonna be the one responsible for inviting new people into
How
the party,
about
and
Ronaldo?
like,
Sleep
this is
on
like
it.
to the side. This is to the side.
Sleep
and I
on
don't-
it and let us know
He
later.
looks.
alright, I
You
can
heard
do
him.
that.
He looks like a little bit of
We don't want to pressure
not
you
great
into
in a fight.
anything.
Or potentially, if you could maybe like scribe a couple of your spells that you may know. You know, like you could stay here and talk with ghosts, and we'll just kind of give you the credit.
Yeah, I can give you some spell scrolls before you leave in the morning.
That would be. We'll take
Alright.
as many as possible.
Okay.
All of your spell slots worth. 2 for
Good
each
man.
spell.
He's a good man, that Ronaldo.
What a wonderful bard.
I'm not getting him killed. I'm not getting him killed.
You don't want another thing about the white crest one, about how we killed the commoner that was just trying to help us?
I need you to not, and I don't need a repeat of what almost happened to Caleb, okay?
We saved that motherfucker.
I was this
He's-
close to having a mental breakdown. That was Ronnie's father figure.
We
okay?
made sure Kira tried to kill him so many times, and we saved him. And now
I
he's with his
rolled-
lover, and we ended on a
Man.
cliffhanger.
As far as we know.
As far as we know, well, we almost
didn't actually
died.
Stop to ask.
Lyral did everything in her fucking power to keep Caleb alive. I
Same.
used my reaction so many times, like, nah, that hit me instead. It was great. I picked
Anyway.
the exact subclass that I wanted.
Anyway,
So everyone that was in the seance with you begins to like kind of get up, and they're all like there are a few groups, and they're like, I can't believe he was actually being serious. Like I thought he was just trying to scam us. As they make their way up to their bedroom, you see Ronaldo kind of take a seat in the back corner and like instantly begin scribbling onto these scrolls for you guys. He'll get to fixing the window eventually, you know, not right now.
I'll give him a gold piece.
And you all make your way back up to your rooms, I'm guessing?
Was Etha there at the seance?
She was not at the seance.
Yeah,
She's
getting
too.
some
She's
rest.
hungover.
Passed the fuck out.
Before I go to bed, I'm just gonna poke my head into her room and make sure she's still alive.
Yeah, just check
Yes.
up on her.
She appears to just be sleeping soundly.
Hey, put a
Pretty
glass of
deep.
water by your bed.
2 Advils.
Fucking,
Yep.
the Icewind Dale
What rest of the
in
painkillers
all of
I
its
didn't chug
entirety
earlier.
does not deserve Poppy.
Before going to bed,
Um,
Jasper's gonna just spend some time looking out the window, looking at the city.
I'm
Quietly.
gonna do what I was trying to do earlier and fix up my
Yes.
my undercut.
And
With my
Emma's gonna
little
do
razor.
something- Emma's gonna do something that she hasn't done in a very long time. She's gonna sleep. Like, she's not trancing. She is sleeping. She wants the full 8 hours of fucking nothing.
I'm going to walk over to the window where Jasper is, kind of lean against her, put my hands on her shoulders. It's kind of nice being back, isn't it?
In a sense.
I know there's a lot of bad memories here, but it's different this time. We've got good people with us, and we don't have that reputation following us. It's been a long time now. Don't worry too much, sister.
They held a grudge since we got here. I doubt it's left.
Well, no one's said anything so far, so let's not bring any attention to it.
Trying
can
not
just-
to.
We can just relive the good times, when it was just me and you, and no one else was messing with us.
Pat your hand that's on my shoulder. Just I can promise that I'll try.
You still look dreadfully cold, you know that?
Don't doubt that.
I'm going to wild shape into a fucking grizzly bear and pick her up and body slam her on the bed and then fucking cuddle up.
Okay. Fair.
I'm going to studiously ignore any and all of that going on and just continue to.
But I feel like right when Jasper hits the bed and she's cuddling up, she does fall asleep. And then, for anybody still awake, you just see these little illusory butterflies just floating around her the whole time.
I'm just
Aw.
sitting here watching everybody sleep.
In a non-creepy way?
Yep.
Before
Like,
bed.
oh, look at them, they're so adorable.
I just got fucking WWE'd by a grizzly bear.
So cute. Oh my
Yeah.
god.
It is bear KO out of nowhere.
Theoretically, he could have just picked me up himself, but nah, man, he's that serious.
There's no fun there.
Sorry, are you a
That was
bear?
honestly, though, from what Az could tell, that was probably the first time today that Jasper laughed.
Oh.
Now I'm sad.
Andy, what were you gonna say?
Oh, I was gonna say, before bed, as like all of this is happening, kind of joining Poppy in the watching everyone sleep and appreciating what she has and stuff. I'm just gonna actually go over to Poppy and just, hey Poppy, can I talk to you for a second?
Sure. What's up?
So I'm missing home a lot, and I just wanted to talk to you. And just kind of, I don't know how to like say this. I just don't need you to protect me. You know, I don't need that from you. And I know that you kind of are that for like everyone else in the group, and I know that they all really appreciate it, but I just want you to know that like I don't need that, and that I don't need that from you, from me.
You don't need it.
And I don't want it.
Okay.
I appreciate you being here and being that amazing, awesome person that you are, and I feel like as much as you're protecting everyone else, you deserve some of that too, you know? Because I've got someone who's protective over me. My brother is like, he is that person for me, and I want you to know that you've also got me here, you know, and it's okay to lean on other people, even if you have other people leaning on you.
I appreciate that.
And I know sometimes I look a little helpless or silly sometimes, and I
didn't really think that for a second.
I don't know. I feel like a lot of times I come off as a little helpless, you know? And I've gotten it forever from my brother too, so. All of my siblings, really. But,
I mean,
like,
I figure anybody that can stand up to goats and mammoths and whatever the fuck else we fought, cats. Looks are deceiving 90% of the time.
yeah. So, hey, if you ever, like, want to talk, come here, okay?
Poppy just looks very awkward right now. Just like,
and Andy says, and you know what I mean by talk, right? Like not talk, but talk. I'm gonna.
Yep.
Go to
Mm-hmm. Good night. Sleep well.
So everyone manages to trance/sleep pretty peacefully. The night goes fairly smoothly for everyone. The morning comes. You
Is there any
guys
dreams?
dreams tonight, actually. And you all find yourselves back down in the dining area of this tavern, making your way towards the Cauldron Caves.
Oh boy.
Danny and Azurite, do you both want to give me history checks for getting back to these caves?
Yeah,
I.
that's 6.
How's Ima feeling right now?
Roll a Constitution save for me.
Hell yeah. That's a 4.
You're feeling rough. You got definitely a big hangover going on. Your head is kind of like pounding. You do spot Ether as you're making your way through the tavern. She also looks like she's nursing an equally bad hangover. And just kind of like slumped over a like cup of coffee.
We just
God
kind of
damn
look
it.
over at each
Can
other.
I retcon that real quick?
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm gonna go wake Ima up, and as I'm waking her up, I'm gonna cast resistance. So
Oh.
you get to add a d4.
okay. So
What do you roll?
just as a quick reminder, I rolled a what?
A 4.
I rolled a 4. So
You won't be as bad off.
I rolled a 5.
Oh my god. I tried.
And
It was a good effort.
I feel your warmth and your magic come over me. And I just look up and see you and I go, oh,
Feel like shit, don't you? I'm gonna go get you some water.
thank you.
Yeah.
Also,
I
are
go
there
around and gently wake everybody else.
any gaps in my memory? Do I remember last night?
You remember everything from last night, actually.
Okay.
Oh boy. Poppy was low-key kind of hoping you didn't.
There's a kind of part of me that was like, it'd be really funny in terms of like, you know, we just lore dumped on each other and only one of us remembers it. The other of me is like, I remember it, so I'd like to roleplay with that information.
Oh no! Regrets!
Regrets were had.
Anyway, gently shaking everybody else awake as I'm going down to grab Ima water. Okay. Taking orders for anything else anybody else wants brought up. Anything? Anybody want anything?
Did you wake everybody up?
Yep, I'm just going around. Being
Breakfast.
Okay, going downstairs.
Oh,
All right.
coffee if they have it.
Okay.
Good morning.
Good morning. Do you need anything from downstairs? I'm heading down. I'll be back up.
I'm alright. Thank you, though.
Okay. And then I'm gonna go downstairs, get water, get a pot of coffee.
Yeah,
if
that
they have
works.
some.
Yeah.
Okay, and then just like whatever the breakfast is, the damn get one for everybody.
Okay, yeah, so I'll say like 5 silver for everything. And you manage, like, he gives you a tray to carry everything on, so you have like a pot of coffee and like 5 plates of like scrambled eggs and bacon. As you make your way back up the stairs.
All right.
You make it back up the stairs, and Ima is in her spring form.
Nice. Just gonna kind of divvy everything up.
Thank you, Poppy.
Get
Oh, God.
everybody's.
I needed this after last night. It was all a bit much.
Yeah. Right, eh?
Ima just kind of and begins to sip.
Hands over more painkillers. I'm just dishing these out like candy today. Check on Jasper. You feeling all right? Took a little bit of a plunge.
I think I have a cold. However, it doesn't seem like a bad one.
That's good.
Here, have some coffee. See if it maybe draws it up a bit.
I mean, I must have been really gone last night because I remember you getting body slammed by a bear.
Oh, that actually happened.
Guilty,
Hell yeah.
guilty.
Hell yeah, brother.
I always win the wrestling matches.
That's why I always win the Boulder Parchment Sheet. Boulder Parchment Sheet.
Boulder Parchment Sheet.
Boulder Parchment Sheet.
You down for a game of Boulder Parchment Sheet?
You're congested, sis. You're congested. Don't talk right now. You're good.
Klaatu Varaktan.
I blow my nose.
Is our plan still the same for today, or does anyone have something they need to handle?
Well, what's on our to-do list?
What's on our side quest list?
Yeah.
Is anybody
Relax.
keeping track of that? I've got it all in my notes, but it's not in one spot.
As I know, the
I know
closest
that's
side
kind of
quest
weird.
that we have.
We have
It's
a
gonna be-
literal job today.
Yeah, we have an actual job, which is to go find the people who got lost, and that's starting with Mod Chisbone and her cauldron caves.
Well, I rolled an unnatural 20 to remember where the cave was, so when we eventually leave, we're golden.
Narrator voice. The unnatural 20 was not enough.
Perhaps
They were
we should,
fucked.
stop by the local
24.
stores, see if there's anything that can aid us, and then head on out.
Yeah, 100%. Like, we didn't even look around the town yesterday. Like, there could be...
Oh, there's a nice little.
There's not much.
Not really. A bit
No.
more than some of the other towns,
Are
but
there any magic stores or anything like that around here?
nothing that extravagant, I'm sure. Last time we were here, it was just your basics goods, climbing gear, clothes, rations, things of that nature.
Yeah, and you guys have like no fun magic places around this area. It's crazy.
It's a bit isolated for that kind of stuff.
I just feel like that.
entirety of Icewind Dale.
Great, good to know.
God, it's almost like we're here in this, like, very low magic campaign.
Yeah, my hometown is really different from this. I don't know.
Don't worry, I'm in
Where are you
Wild
from?
Thorn, so...
Me?
Yeah.
It's a little complicated. But, so, basically, there's like this, you know how there's like clouds, right? Right? So
Right.
my like area is like above, on the clouds. So basically, the clouds look like this on the bottom as if it's like the ground, but like, I live on the clouds.
I didn't know you were a giant.
As in, like, the city. Is there a city, or are you a god?
No, it's a city.
Who
I
lives
mean,
there?
that doesn't rule out the god thing. Like,
Yeah,
gods
she
have-
didn't answer me on that.
No, I'm not a god. So actually, if you want the full story, so basically, my people, we are like it's really complicated. Getting into it, we have shit to do today.
Hey,
Another
we got
time.
boat ride, like, let's...
I'll tell you
know
tonight if you want to hear story time.
What? Okay.
So, you guys begin making your way, following after Jasper. She feels pretty confidently as she's leading you guys. You guys found yourself back at the abandoned ferry. And Jasper, you do know that originally you and Azurite stole a boat so that you could get out there.
So we have to steal a... I'll look at Poppy. We have to borrow a boat.
Wait a second. We were promised that we would be given a boat for this venture.
Oh,
Yeah,
you're
it's a
right.
boat.
We don't have to borrow a boat.
Oh, I'm gonna change some things on the character sheet.
Where's
no,
the
I
boat?
don't know how we get back in contact with Imdra, so perhaps we should just take one that looks good.
Let's take this one, and I'll point to whatever one looks best. That could fit all of us.
Both of the rowboats, they're pretty big. They can hold like 5 to 6 people. So you all can fit onto one rowboat.
Am I rowing again?
I
I
mean,
can row.
Okay. Well, very well, Poppy.
Can I also, as we're leaving the town to go to this lovely boat, can I try my hand at a little bit of pickpocketing?
Absolutely. Roll me a sleight of hand check.
oh,
Okay.
I gave all of you your rubies. By the by, it was 100 gold each.
Oh, can I? I'll go up to. Wait, who was it that has guidance? Is it just
Andy
Poppy?
and Poppy, the clerics.
I will 100% not ask Poppy to guide me in stealing from people. But I'll go ahead
I'm
and.
still gonna be watching you, be like, you're up to something.
And while
Oh,
Poppy
100%.
is paying
Yeah.
attention to Ima, I'm also pickpocketing.
I swear
Both
to
of you roll
fucking
sleight of
God.
hand check for me.
But I asked Andy first.
Yes.
I'm not getting the guidance.
Oh, for the fuck of. I had such a good bonus!
22.
13. A good bonus doesn't matter if you roll
I'm
like
too busy,
asses.
like, getting situated, trying to get to the point where it's, like, comfortable to row.
Sorry, I'll be right back. Hang on.
Okay.
Danny, Jasper, you managed to snag a, like a fancy little, like, medieval watch almost. Like it's a sundial, but wrist-sized.
I'ma put that on.
And you snag like 7 silver pieces.
Hell yeah. Ima feels like awesome. She's like, I also did the stealing.
I'm gonna like sneakily go over to Az, and I'm just gonna like take my wrist out of my cloak. Look what I just found.
Ooh, very fancy. That's a nice haul there.
Yeah, I don't exactly
So,
know. I'm gonna see later how it works.
Oh,
If there's anything special to it.
I see. I was thinking you knew how a sundial worked.
No, I want to know if I want magic items. I want to see if it's.
Oh,
That's
you
sorry,
know-
that's me.
Of course.
To
of
see if
course.
there's anything different about it than the other ones that we grew up with.
Could be. It doesn't really look like it, but it could be.
You never know.
Ima's gonna walk past and see Poppy giving her the side eye. And she's like, and is just like holding 7 silver in her hand and is like, it's legal here.
Ima, watch how it's done, and I'm gonna do it again.
Roll a sleight of hand check for me.
I hope I get it. 11.
You managed to snag like 4 silver pieces out of someone as they pass.
Okay.
But they definitely like they feel you kind of brush up on them and like kind of like give you a look and pull their cloaks tighter around them as you continue past them.
Sorry,
Show you
I've started
how
the ale a bit too early in the morning.
you didn't drink anything other than coffee. Let me show them how it's really done. And I'm going to try to very quickly pull the sundial from my sister's wrist without her noticing.
Okay.
You bitch!
That is a 24.
Wait, can I roll?
It'd be your
Yeah, you can
passive,
roll.
isn't
It would
be
be because you're
passive,
passive. So you don't even realize it is off your wrist.
That's
as he says,
mine!
"Let me show you how it's done."
That's
I'm gonna hold it
mine.
up and dangle it, and that's how it's done. And I'm gonna toss it back to Jasper.
And I'm gonna catch it.
She's like taking notes
And-
on like parchment paper.
And like, I'm both like, oh, you little shit, but also really proud. And I'm gonna turn to Iman, I'm gonna say, the easiest way to steal something is if they think you're going for something else.
Yeah. No, you're completely right. Okay. I'm just gonna jot that down.
Man, we're just two little thieves.
I got a +8 sleight of hand.
I got a +4.
I have a +7 right now because I can add 2 proficiencies after I long rest. And I
Y'all.
changed one of them to sleight of hand because we're in this town specifically.
Perfect.
I just got raccoon expertise.
Then I rolled a 3. So like I said, your
Yeller.
bonuses don't matter if you roll like ass.
Y'all are cute.
Also, before
What
we
have
leave,
you
I'd like to meet up
stolen?
with our bard friend who owes us
I hold up an
Spell
entire
scrolls.
coin purse.
You did that. Whoa.
Wait, I'm gonna check my
Can I tell
coin
whose
purse.
Can I tell whose coin purse that is?
You all
It's-
check your belongings, and your stuff is still there.
Alright, it's not mine, I'm fine.
I'm just gonna
It
give her a slow clap.
Both of us do.
I'm just.
You rolled higher than anyone's passive.
Atta go,
There's
love.
this look of like worker respect.
Yeah.
like. She's also gonna retrieve her. Well, she's gonna ask for it back. She's not gonna just cop a feel. She's gonna ask for her coin purse back from Andy.
Andy's
Who is not
Andy's
here, so we're
still
gonna assume
gone.
that she gives it
So
back.
yeah.
Yeah.
I will say that like left for you on like the front desk, there are 3 spell scrolls. You have a spell scroll of Lesser Restoration,
Oh hell yes.
See Invisibility, and of Whole Person.
Nice.
Hold on. Spell scrolls. Lesser restoration. See invis and hold person. All amazing spells. Love that for me. Is Ronaldo nearby so I can give
Ronaldo.
him see him goodbye?
You
Hi,
do
y'all, I'm
not
back.
see him at this point. It kind of seems like he stayed up really late working on the scrolls and fixing the window, and he's just fallen asleep as you guys are getting up.
Also, I want it known that Poppy stole 52 gold pieces and 13 silver pieces.
What?
And
the
are
fuck?
you sharing?
Sorry, did you just say Poppy stole that?
Yeah.
Are you sharing?
Everybody was having a contest, and
Oh my-
Poppy just kind of went off and did her own thing for a minute.
Absolutely,
came back
Poppy
with an
should
entire
not
coin
share
purse.
that.
So
No,
I
Poppy's-
shared
Poppy's not.
500 gold, and Poppy's over here just pocketing it.
I have been paying for your breakfasts, like all of your meals.
Once. For me? No. Jasper hasn't eaten anything in like 3 days.
That doesn't mean it wasn't ordered.
So you've been paying for my brother because he's a garbage. He's a raccoon.
No, I'll go and divvy it up and give everybody 10.
I'm keeping the extra 2 though. Fuck y'all.
Yeah, fuck all of you, but everybody gets 10 gold pieces.
10 gold pieces.
How much gold does everybody have?
Well, we're
Enough.
grabbing the gems that are worth 100 gold. We haven't sold them yet.
Well, yeah, I guess we're yeah. I'm taking
Poppy's comfortable.
I also
And
have
how
my
much?
candelabras that I still have to sell.
How much did we get from Poppy's spoils?
10.
10 each.
So yeah, like,
And then y'all got the 5 earlier?
Yeah.
yeah, in terms of like what you actually spend for stuff in the real world and not considering like adventurer stuff, we're loaded. Like, I have 220 gold.
If only there was a magic item store.
If only. It'd be so nice.
It'll happen.
Unfortunately, here we are.
To tell you all about this really cool boutique, but
Wait, what? Wait, boutique? Like clothes?
you missed it. You missed it.
No, Poppy, come on, we could go
You
shopping.
missed it. No, you missed it.
We've got a job.
No, there's nothing in town.
And you haven't asked the twins either.
I want to go shopping with you.
We'll have a free day when the job's done. How about that? Because then you'll have a lot more money to spend.
Yay! Shopping after the mission. Dun, dun,
Oh,
dun.
yeah, shopping episode. Do we know if the boat that we get is going to be equipped with like a bunch of shit, or are we basically like getting it?
Are we just rowing the entire way there?
Are we getting a glorified dinghy?
Yeah, it has oars.
Yeah, I'll row.
Oh fuck me. Okay. I'm also going to like maybe look around some shops to see if we can find like, I don't know, like something to use as an anchor so the boat doesn't go away.
Well, I will say, if you don't want to just waste money, the way that the ice is currently, like, pretty thick, you feel like you could leave the boat. Like, they came across the fisherman's boat that had been sitting there for 10 days, kind of just stuck in between two pieces of ice without moving.
Okay, cool.
We can make
It's also
shift an
not-
anchor.
It's not the biggest body of water, really.
No. It is much smaller than the Lake Bremen, the lake in Bremen.
Okay, I'll start rowing once everybody gets situated.
Can I get dexterity saves, please, ma'am?
Yes.
Guide yourself.
Yeah.
Guide.
And also,
Dexterity
if
saves?
possible, if we could find a good spot to end soon.
Yes. Yeah.
Nat 20 and a 17.
So I will say, like, you fully let everyone think that you are leading them straight into, like, a massive ice chunk in the water, and then at the last second completely pull, like, a nosedive and turn the opposite direction and miss it pretty well.
Badass.
As you guys, like, kind of continue forward, eventually you do manage to find the boat that was abandoned, that you assume the fishermen were in. And you can see, kind of, like, up above you, there is, like, a section, there's a section of the ice wall, like, that's raising up above on the shore, and you can see the cave entrance that you have all been looking for, up above you. It's about 15-20 feet above you, like, through straight ice. But you also see, two harpies are circling, the entrance, and the second that you guys start to get close, they have already taken notice of you, and have kind of, like, landed, and are just watching what you guys are doing in this next moment.
I knock an arrow, just in case.
Okay?
I will.
And I will hold
do
a
my-
shot for if they try to come at us.
Hold on. So first, I will long rest on D&D Beyond, and then I will do my Crimson Rite.
Poppy, you're the talker.
I know! Fuck! Poppy's the talker, not Lizzie.
I've still got a cold.
I guess as we're just kind of getting closer, I'll stop rowing and kind of wave. Be like, hello.
You see one of them open their mouths, and slowly, it takes a second to reach you, but you hear a song hit your ears.
Don't
And
like
it's
that.
almost like the softest voice that you have ever heard. Can I please get everyone to make wisdom saving throws for me?
Fuck.
I'm
Nat
good at
one.
those.
I have a question.
Yes.
Is this trying to put us to sleep?
Okay,
It is
fuck.
not.
I've
Okay, because I was gonna say.
literally hired We're rolling a regular fucking
Yeah,
die.
because okay, cool. Wisdom saves.
17?
Natural 20, there we go.
16?
Okay.
Not bad for a +0.
22.
Okay. 1 second.
It might have been just as that failed.
No, please.
Babe, you got a crit fail.
Azurite, make a Constitution saving throw for me.
Oh,
shit.
God.
Oh god, it's stacking.
15.
Oh no.
Okay.
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 You all watch as Azurite completely stands up and jumps into the water. You
Can I
take
grab
2
him
points of cold damage.
How many?
immediately? Just yank?
Roll a strength check to see if
Okay.
you grab him.
As that's also happening, Andy's going to
30-20.
I don't know how fast that takes. I would assume it's just an action. Yeah, okay. So as that happens, she's going to kind of glow for a second, and you see her arms kind of light up in different spots, and she's going to take her starry form of Sentinel.
Okay.
And then get ready to...
I'm just
Do
gonna
it.
look up at these I'm just gonna look up at these harpies and go, okay, no diplomacy. Look at me, you walking fucking feather dusters. You want to do some shit?
I'm gonna shoot the arrow.
Poppy, I will say, you do manage to grab onto his cloak. He is still in the water in this moment. You couldn't catch him before he went into the water, but you were holding him against the boat almost. And if everyone wants to go ahead and roll for initiative for me, and I think that's where we're gonna end tonight's session.
Shit!
I'm sorry, Danny has a
I mean, no,
Yeah,
it's.
Nanny.
I mean, hey, we could end after the fight.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah!
Yeah.
Open up some harpies.
Okay.
It's just a matter of how dead I'm gonna be in the morning.
If everyone can please roll initiative.
Here, wait, we're gonna use the dice that are the color of Poppy's hair.
So apparently, when it comes to Ima, I'm gonna roll really shit with the stuff I'm good at,
Would
and
my
really good with the stuff I'm bad at.
would
I'm
my
at the same
shot have
point.
gone through though?
You're,
Because I was
I will
holding it.
I will allow you to loose the one arrow before initiative starts.
I rolled a 19.
That's 27 to hit.
Okay, yeah, that definitely hits. Let me not only find my notebook, but also run to the bathroom really quickly, and I will be right back.
Yeah, take a bathroom break. Everyone take a bathroom break.
I'm
Go!
just holding Az up against the boat, motherfucker, you try to swim and I'm drowning you myself.
You said you.
Ima's just not used to seeing like aggressive Poppy. It's usually I'm not mad, I'm disappointed Poppy. And it's just huh, this is an odd feeling.
Y'all, I want to start back up with the character texting. That was super fun. I missed that.
The message text chain.
Yeah.
Oh
Well,
my
where
God,
we
it's
each
so
have
good.
text messages between each other, you know?
I feel like that works.
Huh?
I said I feel like that works if we have downtime.
We never have downtime in this campaign.
No. I mean, for when we aren't actually in sessions, you know?
Yeah. I got a 12. I have a +5 to initiative right now because I stunned my neck. Which I assume that Ima would have done upon waking up. Just hit herself with the old neck vein.
I've got a hangover.
Look, it's different, okay? This doesn't... Oh god, like, there's a lot. Okay, we agreed to very slowly dump our backstory.
We are being very slow about it.
Slow about backstory dump? It's what, like, technically episode 7?
Don't worry about it.
9?
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
I didn't expect to see someone fuck with me by freaking slitting the throat of my dead ex-girlfriend.
I have a feeling I know what she had planned for me, and I'm really glad that it didn't happen.
Had yours planned more than I had anyone else's.
You know, I know you'll find a way to use it.
Oh yeah.
I know you will. And I want you to know I'm not ready.
And they want you to know they're 100% ready.
Nope.
So,
Poppy's gonna be crying.
Azurite,
I'm gonna be crying.
Oh, I dealt 7 damage.
okay, gotcha, thank you.
It was 5 piercing, 3 psychic.
Okay. Let me do some maths really quickly, because I don't have my phone calculator on me, and I'm bad at math.
You deal psychic damage with your arrows?
It's a thing I got with my subclass.
That's the thing. Okay. Damn, you out here being fucking special.
Do we have feats, by the way?
No.
Okay, cool. Just
We don't.
making sure.
None of us currently do.
Okay,
Next level up we do, but it's a matter of
Got
when
it.
that is.
cool.
Pretty soon. Okay, 7 points of damage. Done. Azurite, was that the correct order for everyone for initiatives
Yeah.
that you said? Yeah. Okay, thank you. Azurite, you are up first. Can I get another wisdom saving throw from you?
Yeah, of course. Oh, that's way better. That is 22.
Okay, yeah, so you are still in the water, but you kind of shake off the effects of their song, and you feel much better now.
Okay,
I'm gonna be
can
like, you good? Still holding on.
I'm fine. I'm gonna pull myself back up,
Okay.
and I'm gonna cast Moonbeam.
Okay.
How close are they to one another?
They are about 15 feet apart from each other.
Okay, one on the left, Moonbeam. Can I get a Constitution saving throw?
Yes. Oh. That's a natural 20.
Well, that passes, and they take 3 points of radiant damage.
Okay. Do you want to do that to the one that Jasper hit with an arrow, or the other one?
The one that's already been damaged.
Okay. Gotcha.
And I'm gonna move to the back of the boat.
Okay. Poppy, you are up next.
Yup. We've had this conversation before. Are they standing on the ice?
They are, but the way that you guys are on the boat right now, and there's about 15 feet that you guys would have to climb up to get to them, and they're 10 feet back from that.
Okay. How many long range shit?
And climbing's at half speed, right?
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
I'm gonna look over at Poppy. You need to get there?
I'd like to get there.
Get ready. And by that, she's telling you to hold your action.
Okay, I'm gonna hold my action.
Okay. Jasper, it is your turn.
So I'm gonna see that my brother's fine now. And I'm going to first, I will bonus action Hunter's Mark the one that I had previously shot, the one that had ensnared my brother. And then I'm going to shoot them with an arrow.
Okay.
Which is 21.
That hits.
Okay, so that's that, and that's that. That is 10 damage.
Okay.
And then I don't really have any movement because I'm on a boat. So I'll stay.
This is true.
Say, if someone wants to row the boat like another 5-10 feet forward, you all can manage to get on some solid looking ice. But that is your turn. It is now the Harpy's turn.
Could I have done that on my turn and still held my action?
Yeah, you can do that. I'll say it's
Okay.
your movement. So the Harpy, one of them, the one that has not been hit yet, is going to move about 20 feet closer. And that's it for her.
I don't like that.
Ima, it is your turn.
The other harpy that didn't move needs to make another con save.
It was not their turn yet.
Oh, okay.
I'm just gonna look back over at Poppy. You good?
I'm good.
She's gonna use her face step spring ability, where Poppy face steps instead.
Okay.
And can I tell if you're holding a spell or a physical attack?
I mean, I've got kind of a mixture. It's a spell that requires a physical attack.
Oh, okay. Cool. So I'm going to face step you 5 feet above the other harpy so that you fucking come down on it.
Yes! Okay. Yeah, so I'll come right down on the harpy with my sword and just kind of whack. And
Whack.
does an 18 hit.
Absolutely.
Sweet. Okay. Shit. I didn't think I'd get this far. That's math. They're gonna take 24 damage.
Okay.
Necrotic.
Nice.
And then bonus action, because I'm right there, shield of faith around myself, so just
Okay.
like a shimmering field kind of just appears around me
Gotcha.
while I'm right next to these harpies.
And I'm still rocking my turn. So can I make it up? Can I make it 10 feet away from the harpy that moved up to us?
So they are still at the 15 feet above you, but you can make it to you can make it halfway up the ice on this turn.
The 15. Okay, so 15 feet above me, and climbing is half speed, so I should be
Yeah.
able to make it to 15 feet of climbing, because half of 15 or half of 30 is 15.
But it
Right,
would
but
be
you also are
difficult
still in the
terrain.
boat. It's not difficult terrain, but you are still currently sitting in the boat, so it would be getting yourself the 10 feet closer to actually climb the ice. If that makes sense.
Okay. Hold on. I'm trying to see if I have any shenaniganery. Because I do love me some good shenaniganery. Is there anything up on the ice within 10 feet that's poking out? Or is it just the
There's-
sheet of ice?
There are a couple different handholds and footholds that you can find.
Cool. Can I just grab it with my whip and pull myself up?
Roll a dexterity check for me, or athletics or acrobatics, your choice.
Well, I will 100% go with acrobatics. She is not a strong girl. Yeah. 22.
Yeah, so you manage to kind of like wrap your whip around it like at the torso, and then just begin like shimmying your way up your whip.
Cool. And I'm not able to get the full way up on my turn.
No, you can get about halfway up this turn, and then it'll only use about like 10 feet of your movement to get the rest of the way.
Okay. Yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
Well, actually, because I can't use my action for anything, I'll just use my action to dash and get up there now.
Was the Misty Step a bonus act, or the Face Step a
Yes.
bonus action? Gotcha. Okay. So yeah, you can do that then.
Yeah, so I'll do that.
Okay. The other harpy is going to like see Poppy pop out of literal nowhere and start beating the shit out of her friend. So she is going to kind of like crawl forward out of the moonbeam and make a claw attack against you and a club attack against you, Poppy. The claw attack, ooh, that's gonna miss, is a 12 to hit.
Yeah, that misses.
The club attack is even lower to hit. Yep. Andy, it's your turn.
The harpy would have to make a save as it
Yes.
started its turn on the moonbeam.
That's a failure.
Get beamed, son!
That is pretty good. 13 points of radiant damage.
Gotcha. Now it is Andy's turn.
Okay. So as an action, I'm gonna use Mind Link. Nope, just kidding. Are we within 30 feet of them?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm gonna pick the harpy that has been attacked. I think both of them have been hurt, right?
They both have been hurt, but there's one that is like
one that-
significantly more hurt.
Poppy
Okay.
beat the shit out of? Or
Yeah.
Um.
the one that has like arrows poking out of it like a porcupine.
And
Okay.
Moonbeam.
So they both look pretty hurt. I have a feeling we're just gonna go and kill them. That sounds good. Okay.
Murder
so-
time!
Yeah, diplomacy ain't happening here. Okay, so I'm going to, you see as Andy's, like, little star, almost, I guess they're star freckles. Yep, that's what we're going with. Star freckles all over her, like, arms and legs, kind of glow for a second, and she whips out, like, a sword-like chain with, like, you know how, like, swords have those, or not swords. Yeah, just a chain sort of thing, and it's going to attack.
Like a flail?
I guess. Yeah, sure. It's gonna be flaily like. And it's going to extend 60 feet at least, and it's gonna whip, kind of like a whip, and attack one of them creatures.
I immediately thought of, like, has anybody here seen Scott Pilgrim vs. the World?
Oh yeah.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
Sure.
That's
Yeah.
where my
Yeah.
mind went.
Yeah.
Pickleball's weapon.
If you guys don't know, we're talking about the girl in that movie. Her
Yeah.
weapon.
She's also the voice actress for Tinkerbell.
Yes. All right. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. What I'm curious as, I would assume this is, okay, no, that's not right. Sorry, I'm still figuring out how this works. Activate the form, yeah, unleash that. I assume it's an attack. You can use your action. Okay, so in other words, they're going to be bound by the train, the train. They're going to be bound by the chain, and then I'm going to, it says you can use your action to just deal damage, but
What ability?
it says it's a target must succeed on a dexterity saving throw or be bound to you by the chain, and then if it's bound, then you can just deal your radiant damage.
Okay, gotcha. So dexterity saving throw.
Yes.
Let me check their dex. That is
Which I gotta see what my spell save DC is.
a 16.
Okay. I think that beats it. Just give me 1 second to find that out.
Sorry, how many harpies are there?
There's two.
Okay, so that beats it. That was my bonus action then. So that just kind of gets recoiled. And then as an action, I'm going to use what I'm calling Searing Stars, even though that's super not the name. It is Primal Savagery. But it's basically going to extend stars around it, and they're gonna kind of like stick to the harpy's body and like burn in.
Okay.
Ooh, that was my first like decent roll of the night minus that natural 20. It hits for like, I think that's 22.
Yeah, that hits.
Great. And that's 1d10 acid damage. So that will be, I can't see it. Oh, heck yeah. 9 points of damage. Of acid damage specifically.
Gotcha. Back up at the top of initiative, it is Azurite, if that was everything you had, Andy.
Yes, that's all.
Can you give me the battleground layout real quick?
Yes, so Poppy and Ima are both up on top of the like icy climb that you'd have to make. Both harpies are up there with them. You, Jasper, and Andy are all still in the boat down below them.
How close are the harpies to one another?
They're about 5 feet from each other right now.
Yeah, one's close enough to be hit by me, and then the other one's close enough to hit me.
Yes.
Would it be possible to get them both in the radius of the moonbeam?
How big is the radius on Moonbeam?
5 feet?
I'll say yes.
Hell yeah. 2 con saves.
You get to pick and choose, or am I caught in this too?
Poppy's on the
Depends.
back.
It depends on where you're standing.
One failed and one succeeded.
Miss DM, ma'am?
You are not caught in it. I'll say Azurite had enough mind to avoid you.
Thank you.
So that is 18 total. So
The harpy that failed, you watch as you move the moonbeam towards them, and the radiant damage just absolutely crumbles them. They reach out a hand as they pretty much just turn into dust and begin to fade away in the wind.
nice.
Poppy, it is now your turn. The harpy that just tried to take an attack at you is now dead.
How's the other one looking?
Not too bad, but you know, they've definitely taken some hits.
Okay. Yeah, cool.
Is that the porcupine?
Yes.
Wait, the porcupine is the one
No. The porcupine died.
Porcupine died.
Yes.
The one that got the shit beaten out of it is still alive.
Yes.
Okay. Before I do anything, just be like, I don't suppose there's a way we could work something out.
They kind of squawk at you.
Do I know what that squawk like conveys?
They speak common? They do speak common. That's wild. You know, I could just go if that will work better for you. There's no need for 2 of us to die here today. I'll just leave.
That's what I was thinking.
All right,
like,
that was
we'll just-
perfect. And she's just going to like immediately take
have
flight.
a
Like
good rest of your day.
within seconds, she's like 80 feet away from you, using her full movement to dash.
I shoot.
Roll an attack roll for me.
What's to stop her from coming back and killing more fishermen in the future? Oh, and since the one died that had my hunter's mark, it can immediately go over to something else. So this one now has it.
Since she's shooting too, I'll shoot as well. If we're doing that, if we're being assholes,
I was gonna let her go.
I was too.
I'm not.
I was happily letting her go.
But I know that Az's arrow isn't gonna finish her, or not Az. Jasper's arrow isn't gonna finish her off.
14 damage.
What did you roll to attack?
Oh, sorry, it ended up being like 20 something.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, that hits.
I did what Poppy just did, and just yeah, that hits.
Uh-huh.
It is that harpy's turn again, and they are going to once again dash. They are 160 feet away now.
I'm just gonna let her go.
Is there anyone else?
Just let her
Anything
go.
else
Just let her
would
go.
like to do?
Please,
Okay.
just let her go.
So as the
Wait, how
harpy
far is she?
Oh my gosh.
160 feet.
10 feet over.
So as she's kind of like desperately winging it away, like just fully fucking running, you all, I imagine, the rest of you eventually do make your way to climbing up the ice floe. You all find yourself standing directly in front of the Cauldron Caves, and that is where
I'm gonna immediately make a fire and try to warm ass up.
Wait, can I still,
Thank
right
you.
before, can I still try to hit, but with disadvantage?
Yeah.
Can't say I didn't try.
You're right.
Aww, one of those was a natural 20.
I feel your pain.
Does a 15 hit?
It does.
Oh! $13.
They're still going.
Damn.
Now
Now I'm
they
done.
are 220 feet away. They're gone.
I'm a sharpshooter.
Jasper, that was entirely unnecessary.
And what's your point? They fuck with my family, I fuck with them.
I mean, as long as we're at shit, I don't know why I went to that voice.
Yeah, I don't either.
I was like, that's not that's Jeremiah's voice. What the fuck? As long as everyone's aware of what was necessary and unnecessary. Hey, man. It's not exactly like we attacked them first.
Gonna let the shield kind of drop, so the gold shimmer goes away.
Andy lets Sentinel drop as well.
How
I'm gonna drop
much?
Moonbeam.
How much damage did you take, Josh, from the cold?
Was it 2 or was it 20?
Okay, it's just
Okay.
2.
I don't let anything drop because I'm a damn blood hunter. My shit keeps going.
As you guys, I'll take a moment to like center yourselves. You all are directly in front of this cave entrance. You all begin to hear a sound, and Poppy, you kind of notice at first and motion for everyone to quiet down and listen. Coming from the caves, almost like the wind blowing through the caves creates a soft, like, moaning sound almost. And as the winds pick up, the moaning kind of turns into the sound of a human scream. It is unending in the sense of like it can't be a human screaming because the screaming just doesn't stop. It is the wind and how these caves are like how they were formed. The wind going through them sounds like that screaming.
Jasper will mumble, like loud enough for everybody to hear, but the screaming took him.
And that is where we will end tonight's session.
Whoa!
Whoa.
Spooky.
Spooky.
I cannot wait for this next session because I've been waiting to run this for so long.
When
You're
do we
gonna
get to
hurt
level
us.
up?
I know you are.
You
I'm
will get
ready
to
for
level
it.
up after we finish this cave, I promise. Like when you guys
Gonna
get back.
hurt us.
But we
You're
will
gonna be
level
hurt.
up afterwards.
And then will
So
we
it's okay if I
be
hurt you, it'll be worth it.
Oh.
caught up in the leveling after that?
You should be, yes.
Cool.
We're